To Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Del Gozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're gonna say whatever the hell they goddamn want. Folks, Bob Menery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Del Gozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want. Folks, Bob Menery here.
Welcome. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com. We're live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City, we're off exit 17 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Del Gozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwakovic, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours, Gibson Mayer, LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com.
It's tax time.
Tax season, 'tis the season. Listen, we're going to go over some Sixers, winners of 7 in a row tonight. They go against the Wizards, trying to go for 8 in a row. The city of winners, baby. Flyers, 9-0-1 since the Eagles won the Super Bowl. We got to get a little Flyers talk. MLB spring training underway. We'll circle the league. I was saying we'll stay in the NL East for today, and we'll keep moving forward as it goes on and get deeper and deeper. We'll go over some NL East talk. But listen, we talked the Eagles for so much, and I'm not mad about it, baby. But it's time to get some ringing the bells going.
Let's flip the switch.
And let's go.
It's time to flip the switch,
right,
guys.
Flip
the switch.
Can you give me on my thing? I don't know why. I thought I juiced myself. I wasn't getting my
juice up, son.
I didn't juice enough.
Juice up. You can juice me up too. Kid likes to be loud.
No, yeah. Well, listen, we know a lot of loudness on the couch. But listen, I'm excited because for the first time in I'll say 3 years, you know that you got all the kids up that you were begging for. Mm-hmm. You know everything's set up for you to at least compete. Okay, compete in terms of being a 500 team. All right, maybe if everything goes well, that second wild card, because they're young, you don't know. And that's the great thing about baseball. You know, we don't have enough arms.
I know, you're young, but the thing is, you could also say, like, you're young, you don't know they might win 70 games.
Exactly,
I mean,
you don't know. But from what we see on the small sample side with a lot of these kids, you got a real good lineup.
Listen,
1 through 8.
We should be very exciting to watch. Bottom line, very exciting to watch. I don't know if we have the pitching to compete. But we should be very exciting to watch. We should hit the ball. We got young guys. We should be stealing bags. We should be playing the game the right way. And we'll see. Hopefully, Franco gets his head out of his ass, really. Because it's like this is like the dude. It's now or never year for Franco. Because guess what? If he don't play well, they're going to try to get Machado. They're going to try to get Arenado. They're going to try to get somebody.
Do we want him to not play well then?
Maybe. I mean, if he stops putting mayo on his bananas, I mean, he'll be fine. Or plantains, whatever he eats. Like Christ. The dude,
I mean, you got to hope.
The dude is. Hopefully, Kepler comes in and he shreds him up, and maybe he loses some weight. and he gets some of that mobility back because he was terrible at third last
But
year.
I don't.
He couldn't hit, and he was terrible at third.
Or you hope this jetpack breaks camp, and it's his job. I mean, either way you look at it. But I
understand. I'm fine with that as well.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm fine with that. I don't like Mikel Franco.
I don't think
there's no love in this room. Yep.
Except for this year's team, I don't think this year has any effect on Franco going forward. I think he's gone after this year regardless. He can have a good year, and it's still not enough for me not to take Machado or J.P. Crawford at third base over Franco next year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm with that.
But
Scotty Jetpacks, like you said. I love Scotty.
Yeah. Well, Scotty's been getting a lot of time at third in camp early on. And, Cap, we're going to talk about Cap. We're doing things differently as well. Not getting these guys out at 8 a.m. They're more 11 o'clockers when they start. Their practices for the spring training.
Brian Wilson would love Kapler.
Oh, would love him.
I fucking hate Gabe Kapler.
You do?
No.
I don't like Gabe Kapler. I hope he proves me wrong. I'm not one of them guys. I know that dude's like.
Well, listen, we're going to talk about.
We got vegan and organic in the clubhouse. Like, let the guys eat a burger, dude. Okay, grow the fuck up.
You just asked for a guy to lose weight.
I want Mikel Franco to lose weight. I don't care about everybody else. Mikel Franco has looked slow and lethargic, has he not? I mean, we watched it.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he seems like he's a piece of shit.
Well, listen, hopefully Santana helps him out.
I love the Carlos bringing. Okay, I'm a big fan of bringing in Carlos Santana. I'm a big fan.
Well, listen, we're gonna go through the lineup. We're gonna go through the staff. We're gonna have fun with it all. But I want to get to the poll question and get to the people's comments as well. But our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Which two Philadelphia Phillies players are most important to the team's success in 2018? So we lumped them together here, and I went Herrera Hernandez, Hoskins Williams, Santana and Franco, or you're up the middle guys in Crawford and Alfaro. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. HUD Radio is where you can find us. We'll answer your questions, concerns. If you got any Eagles concerns too or talk, we'll answer them too. We're not leaving birds off the table here. But right at it, people chimed in already.
We're moving on.
James Wilder.
We're moving on.
What up, Jimmy?
Dingers. He said, ring the bell.
What's up, Canada?
And he says, poll question, Hoskins and Williams. Mike Madarack, good morning, boys, for me.
How that curling loss
Michael?
taste, James, huh? Whoa! Kids are out here slinging stones.
Slinging stones.
Slinging stones. USA. We got a little Andy Reid out there slinging stones, knocking Canada off. Where you at, Canada?
With an arm sleeve, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, you gotta keep it warm.
You get stone tendonitis, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it's incredible.
Well, the Russians are doping for curling, so you never know. You never know.
You don't know.
You never know.
Mike says he believes it's the corner outfield guys, Williams and Hoskins, for the poll question.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the main answer.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I would say so.
I mean,
just because you think Hoskins has to – everyone thinks Hoskins is going to emerge as a star. We'll find out.
And I agree with Mike.
Was that lightning in a bottle when it came up, or is he really going to,
Yeah, for me,
I mean, listen, I don't think he went crazy when he first came up. Everybody knows that it was spectacular.
I don't expect
I think,
that.
I know, but
but
can he hit 35 and bat you 275?
Yeah.
Because if he does that, then the guy's got superstar.
Well, that was the agree-disagree question today. Okay, the agree-disagree question was simple in this morning's post.
That's
I want 35. I don't want 30.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. It was.
I'm not going to stop.
All right. But
dude,
you're talking about fucking Hoskins. I'm trying to freaking tell you something. All right?
I saw it.
So I'm answering. I don't fucking care if you saw it. Okay? I'm asking the question. Agree or disagree? Hoskins, over 270, over 30 home runs. Where do you sit?
I think yes.
All right. Good.
277 and 36. Let's go.
I agree with Mike in terms of Williams. I think Williams is prime because he just rakes. Mm-hmm. He's the guy, just a pure hitter to me. You know what I mean? And what we saw in the small sample size of Williams, he flat out rakes.
I like me some Nick.
This lineup's real exciting. We're going to circle on the poll question now, guys, but I want to finish off a couple comments. Ralphie D, what's up, boys?
Ralphie.
What up, Ralphie?
What up, Ralph?
Nathan Erie, go Fly Boys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No question. Frank Vasby answering the poll question. Got to go with Santana and Franco. Santana's going to serve the mentor role for Franco, who's playing for his future. And he is playing for his future.
Definitely playing for his future.
And Mike Parker back to bring trucks up, and I'm assuming he's talking about Machado or Arenado. Michael Barry, good morning, guys. Swoop. What up, Mike? Mike Parker says he's a great communicator, texting the boys every day and staying involved, talking about Kapler. guys are texting the manager a little different, but
tweet at him.
He's just doing crunches and texting. I feel like he's like Christian Bale in American Psycho.
He's got the text on his as he's crunching. He's got the voice text.
Like the American Psycho when he's just doing crunches to like the women screaming in the horror movies. I feel like that's Kapler, but it's just the guys talking to him. He's like, we're gonna hit baseballs. Fucking Kapler. This guy better prove me wrong, man. I swear to God.
Well, no, exactly. It's the same fucking thing we talk about in the parenting world. Like, you're not supposed to be your kid's best friend. You're supposed to be a fucking parent. So it has a little feel of that for me. And I know what Tommy's saying and other people, they like that stuff. But, we're talking about professional sports to me. And I know it's 2018 and nobody does their job and everybody wants to be, patted on the ass and fucking massage their egos. But I got no time for that. You know what I mean? And any man that fucking tans and whitens his teeth, I got an issue with. I mean, that's just me.
I need to whiten my teeth,
call me weird. Yeah. I mean, I'll give you that. There's oral hygiene. Oral hygiene's okay. I'm not taking that away from him. But I mean, you go tanning, I got an issue. I got an issue with that. All right?
Listen, bro. If you're on a beach tanning,
God forbid you catch some sun for the sleeps.
But if you're going to the bed and you're like requesting the bed and you got like a fucking appointment,
that's what he does.
Check your beanbag. Don't tan it. Check it. All right, big difference. Big difference on how you want to go about that route.
You think he socks the cock while he's tanning, or did he just go full out?
Oh, he don't sock cock.
He's full out. He's full out.
He's not going to leave the tan line.
He might pull too. He get everything here.
What, pulling long? It's a pulling long. Is he jerking?
It's a full service. It's a full service tanning. It's an organic full service tanning salon.
Don't suck it, honey. We can't have a tan line.
Hey, stick that organic cucumber in my ass, would you? Finish me off. That's fucking Kapler.
We got a very beautiful organic pineapple body scrub.
Dude, at Chip Kelly, it's either going to be successful or it's going to be a train wreck. A dumpster fire, however you want to say it. It's going to go one way or the other.
We're going to find out. The one thing that's good is that we do have young pieces. If you look at our team, we should be moving in the right direction. I mean, I don't know how well we're going to play this year, but we're young and we got
a young guy and a former player that you would want to have. Now, all the extra, I'm not saying I'm buying in all the extra. I'm just saying in terms of a young team like you're talking about, this is the kind of guy you want to bring with a young team, a former player, a guy who didn't stop playing that long ago, but not a good one, right? A guy who's a journeyman who had to work to stay in the league.
He had a great hit streak at one point.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the trend. So it's a copycat. Yeah. Pro sports is copycat. Copycat. Look, see me.
Dude, copycat.
See me do this. See me that. I mean, Joe Girardi. I hate the fucking Yankees. Guy's a good fucking manager. Ran him out of town for a guy right out of the booth. I mean, fresh out of the booth. I know, third generation, nice name and all. Nice hair, looks good and all. But I mean, come on, dude. You fucking kidding me?
He's saying
guy's fucking coaching T-ball.
Because the dude hit a big homer. That's about it. That's all he's got.
A knuckleball.
What's Boone got, really?
See it up, let it fly. So it was a knuckleball.
I'm not gonna lie though. I like Aaron Boone. I really do. I like Joe.
I like him as a dude.
I like Joe Girardi. I think Joe Girardi's a great coach. But
I don't know what he's doing.
Joe Girardi definitely has some issues because he got ran out of fucking Miami real quick.
Yeah.
Listen, staying with the Phils, you can look. You're talking about copycat. You can look in your own town, and and I know Jason's saying the same thing I was just about to say to Sweeps is look at Doug Peterson, a former player, now different mindsets, but something that happened yesterday reminded me of Doug and the Eagles, and it's one thing where, and I know it's spring training, but he's like, I'm going to have confidence in my guys, and talking about Alfaro and the 3-0 green light. He's like, sometimes we're going to let guys be aggressive, right? And I'm going to have confidence in my players. And I like to hear that. The extra I'm not in with, right? But that comment I bought into and was like, I like that. Because that's what good coaches do. They have confidence in the guy stepping to the dish and saying, hey, I'm going to trust you 3-0 green light for a 24-year-old kid. Now, granted, spring training, but you're setting that tone now. But just like the Eagles last year, like fourth and ones and all that crazy shit, and people were up in arms, but it was setting a tone that I'm going to have confidence in my guys. And I see Kapler doing the same thing. I'm with you. When the hire happened, I didn't buy into it. As it's going on, right, and I've listened to him talk a little bit more, and I put the rest of the crazy shit. I sort of like, let me just listen to him as a baseball guy, and forget all the tanning. And
forget the vegan organic. Let me just listen to the guy.
But just listen to the guy. I'm buying more into him as a baseball guy. Like I said, I think he's gonna. What I like that he's doing, he's got the phone out of practice. He's videoing guys. He's not just staying analytics. right? He's going home and watching guys on his own phone. And I just think he's a worker, and I like that kind of guy. I think it could pay off that he's a worker. Or it could go the other way. But I also remember Sandberg. Sandberg had Hall of Famers, but the borderline Hall of Famers out practicing at 8 a.m., working their tails off. Now, I liked it, but today's players are fucking pussies, and they didn't like it, okay? But now Kapler going a different route and saying, hey, like we were talking about, I don't want wet baseballs in the morning. Like, I know what it's like to wake up and go out in Florida weather, at 8 a.m. and get heavy baseballs and all this shit. We're going to put you back to 11. And I just like some of the things he's doing, but I want to get to the poll in a second. 2 more things I want to read off, and then I want your guys' answers on the 2 guys.
They have video.
Well, I mean, I struggle to get here at 11, so I'll be fine with 11. I mean,
you did say you want
one of
your guys.
They have video rooms, though, so I think the whole phone thing's a little creepy. But I digress. I digress. Go ahead. That wasn't a shot at you. Total game shot.
Yeah, I'm not the one.
Sweeps is like that Eustace. We don't even use phones. What the fuck is talking about? What the fuck is going on?
Mike Parker got a manager job and started. I don't know what he's saying.
What is it?
I don't know what he's saying. Mike, rewrite whatever he's saying.
Knows?
Gina Rambo, what's up, fellas? What's up, Gina?
What up?
What up?
So, okay, if you just joined us, our poll question: which 2 Phillies players are most important to the team's success in 2018? Herrera, Hernandez, Hoskins, Williams, Santana, Franco, Alfaro, Crawford. Let us know if
I'm gonna hop in. I'm actually gonna go Alfaro, Crawford. I really am. Just because it's up the middle, you win up the middle.
Yep.
In my opinion, you always do in baseball. And if Alfaro can hit the ball well and control the pitching staff, which
hitting's not going to be the issue.
Everyone seems
hitting's not going to be the issue. It's going to be the other side.
Yeah, controlling the pitching staff. And then Crawford, we'll see how. I mean, if Crawford plays well and is the guy that we've thought he would be for years, then they could make a wild card.
They could. Them two are the direction I'm thinking, too.
Because you got other guys that have been established already and you think are going to have solid years. If those 2 guys are good and play really well, we could definitely be a wild card team. That's like, I feel like that's the I don't know, that's like the magic thing for us. That's the 2 guys. Like them 2, and I fucking hate Herrera, but if Herrera can get on base and like be the guy that takes the walks and them, I think we're okay then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking to your Crawford thing? I think we talk about like things that translate, when we talk about drafts and all that kind of thing. Like, what does a guy have that translates
Well, he gets
to this
on
level?
base in
there you go.
AAA,
From every level that he's played it. Now, the hitting hasn't been where you want it average-wise.
Yeah, he can't
but now you're talking about a guy who's going to bat 8th, though, right? I mean, he's going to bat 8th, most likely.
You see a lot of fastballs.
You're going to see a lot of fastballs.
Yeah, you would hope.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going to, he has a good eye. And he's still a puppy, too.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we do know translates, I think he's got a solid glove, which most shortstops do, like we talk about. I mean, you better, right? But the thing is that translates his on-base percentage. And I think that you can say a lot about this entire lineup outside of Franco. You got a lot of guys who get on base. And that starts with Santana, really.
Carlos Santana gets on base
Hernandez on base percentage is really good when he's on the field. So this lineup's going to be fun to watch.
It depends where where he winds up hitting in the game itself, though, because I understand what you're saying. Normal baseball, you could see a lot of fastballs, but in the National League with the pitcher behind you, they're going to roll some breaking balls at him and make him see if he's going to fit, see if he's going to chase. Like I said, depending on the situation. If he's leading off the inning, they might challenge him, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, still in a good spot, but I still I think the question's great, and I think even if you threw him out, just the Alfaro part is absolutely monumental, right? Because the hitting at the catching position, hitting is all a bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If he can turn into the next, and not comparing him, but if he can be like the next Yadi Molina, Posey, guys that can handle pitching staffs, the offense is all a bonus, all right? Whatever you do from that is gravy, all right?
It's what originally made Tommy Joseph so attractive.
Yeah.
Because he was a guy that could swing the bat from the catcher position.
Yeah.
When he got hurt and moved, he just became another guy.
Yeah, he became a first baseman that hits 255 and hits you 25.
Right. 255 and 25 behind the dish.
They grow on trees.
That's an all-star.
Oh yeah.
He just wasn't really a catch and throw guy.
But no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But for me, I'm still going to land on Hoskins and Williams because there should be your 3-4 guys. Hopefully, as a Phillies fan for the next 10 years. It's the second season for for both of them, Hoskins jumped on the scene like Willie said. So we'll, looking for a non-sophomore slump, a full season.
Yeah.
See what it's exciting to see what that's going to bring. And Williams just does everything. He's a 10 triples guy. Exciting. Like just he does it all.
He had 8 last
it's really
year,
exciting.
which is ridiculous. Which is ridiculous. 8 and a small sample. Real small sample.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So anytime that your 3-4 guys are a part of a question or a centerpiece, that's you almost have to land towards them. But it's a great question. There's a lot of question marks, and there's everybody starts 0-0. That's the exciting part about it. And as a fan, you're excited. Yeah, you can't help but be in. You can't help but be all in because who knows? You know what I mean?
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I originally went Hoskins Williams, but just to switch it up, I'm going to go Santana and Franco.
And Sweeps, you went Hoskins
Williams.
And you went Alfaro Crawford, and you're going Santana Franco.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to be that guy. That's
whatever
the leftover.
I'm going to give you your
No, I can make an argument.
That's your son. Your son.
Listen.
I mean, your son is there. I mean, you might as well.
And then when we bat 320, you're going to be like, patting me on my ass.
No,
your son's playing well.
I would
your
never.
son's playing well, finally.
That is your son.
I've had a few sons that panned out.
He threw it.
My first kid that hasn't panned out here. Okay, there's a guy by number. What's he rolling now? 13. What's Aguilar running with? 13, right? I almost went 17. There's another son.
Guy threw at his own son in a father-son game.
Yeah, my other son's still on a couch with a string, so he hasn't got off the couch yet. My other son.
Markel.
We're going to say,
he's getting pump faked on the bench.
Rocco hasn't made a shot in 20 years, but he's got time to pump fake. Markel, get a freaking quote. Paid and checked out, scumbag. Hate him.
But
Sorry,
no,
Rocco.
I've hated him for years.
To where we start, though, with the Franco, this is a big year. And I truly don't even know if it even matters, like I mentioned earlier. A guy like Machado comes up, even an Arenado.
35 homers matter.
Even Hernandez. If you're going to put Jetpack at second, move Hernandez over, I don't think anything matters for Franco except for this year. And this year is what we're hoping for. We're hoping that the addition of Santana, that plate discipline, that drive the ball to the gaps type of hitter that he is, translates to Mikel.
Yeah, you're hoping for a hot first half, maybe, and then sell him. Sell hot.
Hey,
sell hot.
That's
golden.
There's
plenty. You got
golden.
plenty of reinforcements.
I'll flip.
And we know what we got with Santana. Yeah. I think that signing shocked a lot of us. Although I think all of us were like, "Oh yeah, we would love him."
It seemed a little early.
We would love him.
Positionally, that's why.
Positionally, it shocked
because
us.
everybody wanted Hoskins to sit back
and the money
in his position.
That money in that position, you're right. That says we're going to go for it, and I think that's where this team's headed is the wild card, and that's why I'll go with that.
And you think that phone call was made, obviously. I mean, this guy, even though he was just a pup last year, that phone call had to be made, I would assume, to say, hey, you okay in left field, buddy?
No doubt.
You okay in left field?
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, go ahead and, ink that up.
Yeah.
Sign that. Sign Carlos.
You saw the photo we posted the other day with them two talking.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a fly on one of those poles.
Yeah. Mike Parker, I'm riding to work, taking you with me.
Nice, Mike.
Rob Lutman, okay, I'm here listening because he said they're going to win under 70 games. James Wilder, bombshell talk. So everybody went somewhere else.
Canada.
So I'll go with the two vets in this lineup outside of Santana. Well, two guys that just hit, man. I mean, both of them hit. So you know what you're going to get out of them two. And them two,
I love Caesar.
Them two got to set the tone because to me they're 1-2 in this lineup, whatever way you want to go. I don't care who bats one, who bats two, but these two handle the bat the best in this lineup. They got the most speed in this lineup at the top, in my opinion, and they both are gap guys.
I like to lead off Hernandez, but I think they're going to lead off Herrera and then Hernandez bats second.
But or vice versa. I don't think one's stuck in a spot 1-2. So these two got to hit, and I think they do. And they got to set the tone, and we're talking about second wild card or any of that kind of business. It's going to be up to these two to set it. Guys who've been in the league for 3-4 years now at the big league level, you got to be leaders of this ball club with Santana and carry this team.
Is this the last year, that Caesar has a good year, and he finally, because he's Not here. I'm saying like he just cements himself as like a 10-year MLB steady guy, professional vet. You know what I mean? Because for years, I think obviously it's not the sexy pick, so you're just waiting for him to fail, and you're like, yeah, get rid of this guy. This guy's a little weasel, and he just shows up and he plays the game right, and you're just like, man, this guy's really sticking. You know?
I've always loved him.
No,
I like
know,
that Caesar.
Yeah, I've always loved. I said on Wednesday night.
Good player. Good glove, gets on base, hits well. Dude does everything you want.
I said it last year. Kingery
he just doesn't have power. That's all he has.
I said it last year. Like Kingery, I know what Hernandez is. So like to me, like Kingery ain't beating him out.
I'm a jetpacks guy.
No, I'm saying Kingery's not beating him out to me. He's got to go to third, or Caesar's got to go to third. Like I'm not taking Hernandez off my team.
I don't want to just
you know
trade
what I'm saying?
him.
Like I want to keep Franco.
I also didn't
Kingery.
want to trade Galvis. So, but I mean,
but that had to be done.
I want
that was time for that.
It's time to see if Crawford can play. Then you got to play. And guess what? If Crawford can't play, I'm fine with sliding Caesar to short and putting jetpacks at second. Because you got to see. Because I don't know. I like you said, he gets on base. He's young. I'm hoping. You know, he's 24. He's always been a huge super. Like he was our number one prospect for 3 years now, probably.
What's your rope on him? 2 years?
2, definitely. 2. If he hits
2
like
years,
shit,
so like 220,
he hits 220 for 2 years.
220 with flashing the glove. You know, you've seen enough.
Well, I think a lot's going to depend on this offseason too. Like if you go out and get Machado, he's there. Now he's moving over to third. So now you give him a little bit more rope if you move him over to third. Like say you sign Machado.
I know, but that's a power position. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like
but you're making up that
conventional
power.
baseball.
You're making up that
doesn't
power
have to be
with Machado.
No, I
Yeah,
understand.
but you put Machado at short.
Yeah.
Just because he wants to. I guess because that's what he wants.
That's what
he wants to play short.
Yeah,
He's
that's
playing
what he
short this year
wants.
for
Playing short this year.
Yeah, he wants that.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
he wants to be showcased.
we're not going to be. We're not going to hold it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not going to hold him up.
I tell you what, he might be filthy as shit at short. Dude is filthy at third base. Filthy.
And that's
great arm.
That's part of the,
and he came up as a shortstop.
You're a Hall of Fame third baseman right now.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go back to short? But I don't.
Rob, you can yawn all you want.
Hold
on. You can yawn all you want because you said in a freaking post that this team wouldn't win over 70 goddamn games. You also said that the bat boy is better than your 5-hole hitter, and that just takes it all out of the equation, right? Because I might have to ban you from Phillies talk when you talk about bat boys.
Our 5-hole hitter is probably Carlos Santana.
Come on,
and he's
come on,
actually a
Robbie.
pretty good player.
Here to help you. Don't yawn us. Don't
He's
yawn
actually
us.
solid.
Yeah.
Don't start yawning here. All right? We're here to teach you something. You might learn something about a lineup. You start listening a little bit more.
Is that Slutman?
Yeah.
Who that is?
Yeah, because it's a lineup.
Listen, Slutman, relax. Okay?
Think about this. This is the first time in a long time, and I said it before Alfaro's home run yesterday, when I saw them Mooses come to the plate, and Santana, Hoskins, Alfaro went back-to-back yesterday in terms of the lineup. So them three came up, and I was like, woo. I mean, we got some Mooses finally. Like up at the plate. Some guys are going to put some fear into somebody.
There's some donkeys.
It's exciting.
We got a couple
and
Moose
then
nuts
Alfaro
out
goes
there.
3-0 like, off a Bundy, and you're like, you're just not hitting it off a Crumb either.
Dylan Bundy.
That's Baltimore's number one.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
They made a great point,
and now
too.
Jack, because they're huge. They're huge.
They made a great point about Dylan Bundy. Like, we don't know how good he is because he has to play Toronto, the Yankees, and Baltimore fucking 10 times a year. You know, like Dylan Bundy, he might be a star. I mean, he's a very good pitcher.
I'm sitting there debating whether to keep him in my keeper league.
That's a tremendous
But it's like
point.
you're right. He's in the AL East.
Yeah, he's got to face the Yankees. He's got to face. There's 3 lineups: Boston, New York, Baltimore. Those lineups are filled. He's on Baltimore. Boston, New York, Toronto. But those lineups are filled.
No, that's my number one point for not to get sidetracked for Mike Mussina. Why he is way past overdue. All right, Michael the Moose did that all in the AL East.
His entire career.
When it was bludgeon. When it was bludgeon.
Baltimore to New York. His whole career. His whole career was the AL East, right?
Come on, that's a no-brainer. That's what we talk eye test. Don't tell me numbers. The numbers are delicious.
Yeah.
But don't give me a comparison to
Shove
Schilling.
your charts up your ass.
Yeah. Come on.
Shove the charts up your ass, really. Because sometimes it's
you're a Moose over Schill guy, huh?
But I like Schill. But the postseason is incredible.
I like Schill.
I mean, I still think Schill will get in.
Schill's bloody sock gets him in. How's he not in? I'm sorry.
If nothing else, Moose's whole
even if it was ketchup, how's he not in?
Longevity should.
Yeah.
Chad Moses saying, "What's up, dude? What's up, Chad?"
What up, Chad?
The Moose won like 15 games, like 15 times. I think. So I mean, I'm right with you.
We got on YouTube MCAM. Where do you think the Phillies finish this year? What are you talking? NL East, MCAM. Go to now. What are you thinking? Listen, I'm thinking this lineup as a whole. I mean, you talk about. I think Williams has the opportunity to hit over 25. right? Santana has the opportunity at over 25. Hoskins has the opportunity at over 25. Franco has the opportunity at over 25. Farrah has the opportunity at over 20. Yeah, you know what I mean? The list goes on of power back in this lineup. And then all these guys, for the most part, have good on-base percentages and bat for average. These aren't guys that you're typical, like Nick Williams is going to bat you 250. I mean, that's a guy who's a walking 280 to me, like on a down tick when things aren't going well for him. I think Nick Williams is a 300 hitter in this league when it's all said and done, or close, 290-ish. I'm not gonna say 3 career hitter, but I think the guy's a 285, 290 hitter in his sleep, and because
he's gonna hit 250 now. Kiss of death.
I only called that we'd be on Broad Street for 16 weeks.
Oh my gosh!
I can only help so much.
We've moved
I can only help the people so much.
We've moved
Now we moved on. Now we
moved
on. When a
on.
guy stamps a real talk statement on a hand.
I was right. We've been calling Broadway for a fucking year. Yeah, every year. It's just happened that we went this
stick
year.
1 year.
It happened that we went this year. We've been calling it for years. Okay.
It's got to stick 1 year.
Fucking
Week
2002,
7,
we
we
were
did run that
passing.
way.
2002, we were in your car like Broadway. Broadway.
Week 7, he did run down the street like out of wind, out of
Broadway.
gas.
Yeah, there was a run. There was a sprint down the street. No, but I'm excited. I think they can compete in the MCAM. I think they can fight for that too.
The second wild card's
in
huge.
the NL East.
Because
in the NL East.
Well, they can fight for that second wild card.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think he finishes second in the NL East anyway.
I think he can.
I mean, I think you're not beating Washington.
No,
that was
that's
those horses.
That's a runaway, and if
the
the Mets staff stays healthy,
the Mets
as much as we hate them, it's Crump Central, and the lineup don't do anything for you, and the pitchers shown they haven't stayed healthy. But if they do, pretty good
I
staff,
legit think that the Mets stink. I'm sorry, I think they stink. They might finish dead
I'm not a
last.
Met guy.
Arrieta changes.
They might finish worse than her.
Arrieta changes the conversation too.
Who's dead?
If that deal does work out. Right, I mean, Arrieta changes the conversation a little bit. I'm not Mr. Arrieta because everything's going down in my opinion, but he changes the conversation a little bit.
He gets you to 80, 85.
If we sign Arrieta,
he could get
it helps. It definitely helps.
He could get you to 80, 85.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're missing a horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think Noah's a horse. We're missing 2. You need 2 in its league. You need 2. You need 2.
I can't call a guy who's never pitched a full year a horse.
I think he can.
Arrieta's thrown 200 innings 3 straight years. Yeah, he's a horse.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
He scares me with the fact that he's thrown 200 innings for 3 straight years. He's going to the playoffs. He's pitched a lot of innings the last 3 years, which scares any kind of tick down his velocity, which scares the shit out of me. But if you give him a 2 to 3 year deal, I'm totally
That's
on
what
board.
we're always talking.
Totally on board.
We're always talking about we don't care about the money. That's why I go. I go 2 years for like.
I'll give him
65.
Oh my God!
2 years. 2 years
We're
for
right
65.
Here.
All
65,
of a sudden, you're sticking your chest out. You're getting $30 million a year, bro.
And him and Gabe Kapler would have fun together. They're like eat greens and scream at each other. It would be awesome.
I mean, 2's fine. I mean, then you just yoga.
You can go do another issue of ESPN to naked.
They're just screaming, just doing fucking crunches next to each other. Like we love it, because Arrieta's one of them guys too.
He's a downward dog guy. He's a downward dog. Fucking weirdo. Yeah.
He's one of them motherfuckers. Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
He breathes through his asshole. Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo.
He definitely would help.
He's a horse.
He would solidify a rotation because now you're taking, now there's not as much pressure on Velasquez to get through more than 5 innings because you have Nolan and
Velasquez is, and I've been a Velasquez backer for years. And when Tommy was calling bullpen, this is it. It's now or never.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do it this year, he definitely has to go to the bullpen.
And he's got a manager that's behind him and has talked encouragement to him on a regular basis. So hopefully, he's one of these snowflakes that needs that encouragement. and can shine through maybe 6 innings.
Yeah, maybe the snowflake helps.
Like I said, that's the beauty of being 0-0 because nobody knows. All right, the pitching is young. All right, the bullpen. I mean, I think he got a little. I think there was a little carried away the other night. Somebody, we won't mention any names, was talking like 5-inning games, and then like these guys are the Yankees bullpen. That's a little silly. Let's not get ridiculous.
I'm hoping for a 7-inning.
Let's not get ridiculous. There's a lot of question marks now. The guys in the pen are high strikeout guys. But everybody in baseball nowadays are electric. They all got great stuff. Question is, can you execute and get it done? Sure. and we'll see. You know what I mean? And Morgan, can he just be that guy that gets lefties out? That's all he's going to need to do.
Yeah.
Come in there, be that lefty specialist. The other guy, Milner, I mean, he's a little crazy if they need him.
Well, they're lefties. Of course
yeah,
they're crazy.
They're
lefties.
Garcia was great last year. I mean, Neris, it is what it is. Tommy had a good year. Hunter had a good year last year for the Rays. Like I said, they're all high strikeout guys.
Yeah.
So
I despise Tommy Hunter.
So we'll see. No,
but
I don't
we'll see
like
what
him
happens.
Either.
I don't like him one bit.
You know.
Somehow he got people out for the Rays last year. I don't know how.
Yeah.
He didn't get anybody out for Baltimore for 3 years. So I don't know how he got guys out for the Rays last year. But we'll see what happens.
Agreed. That's all.
I mean, granted, that was the AL East, but he was the AL East with the Rays too. So we'll see what happens. Like you said,
it's the strength of the ball club, at least the staff. Pitching is the back end of the bullpen.
Yeah, yes,
that's
for sure.
The
back end of the bullpen is the best part of our pitching staff. For sure,
you need to be because you have a lot of young kids in your rotation. You have to be like out back there.
Here's a question for you guys: Who's our 4-5? Who's our 4-5 starter?
Well, now,
Pivetta and Velasquez.
Right now,
without signing anybody, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Right now, it's
Pivetta. It's Noah, Eichhoff,
Velasquez,
Pivetta.
And then the fifth.
I don't know. I like Eflin.
It's well, you're going to come down to Eflin.
Who threw yesterday? Was it Eflin?
Eflin.
It's Eflin.
I like Eflin.
Eflin. I mean, you're going to
Eflin, Thompson, Leiter,
Lively.
Thompson, Lively, and then you even got the Eshelman kid who just all he does is throw strikes. Not a high velocity guy. He's at high 80s, but he's at Maddox as he posted Maddox today. He's a Maddox type guy. He can paint. I still think he's another year away though. Yeah. But
Gary?
But he has a good spring.
Yeah,
he can break camp with that.
And I think Leiter's more of a starter guy. I know the pedigree from the family, but he gives up the long ball a lot. I think maybe 20, at least over 20 home runs last year in like under 100 innings.
Yeah.
So that's a guy that doesn't fare well out of the pen. Like you come in for one spot.
Yeah, you don't want the long ball.
And it's trouble.
I love it though. He's
clear
a
him right there.
He's
that's what
I like Mark Leiter.
Love the mentality.
Yeah.
So do I.
Give me the ball and I'm going to kick
pedigree,
you out.
Love the makeup. Yeah,
absolutely.
Jared Eichhoff, same way. I mean, he struggled last year. Never went on the DL.
I really hope Eichhoff is.
What guy you getting? You getting the rookie year, or you getting last year? And that's going to be huge when you talk about.
Really hope Eichhoff bounces back because I thought he was ready to take the step to being a legitimate starter in this league.
Me too. He looked like ace.
He looked like he was the top of the line starter, and
we're starting to think he was better than Noah.
He had a bad year last
year.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
I thought he was better. I thought he was better than Noah.
And like I said, all that stuff translates to them too. As much as we talk about the pen, all that electric stuff translates to them too. That's the era we live in. I think it's more of now it comes into play more throwers than pitchers. Like when we were younger, that wasn't much of an issue. Like that guy went by the wayside. Now they're like, ooh, okay, this guy's 98 on the gun.
Yeah.
So that everybody gets an opportunity where if you couldn't pitch, 15, 20 years ago, you couldn't do it. So now everybody's making the big leagues as throwers.
Hideki Arabu.
Yeah,
if you were Hideki Arabu.
They're making the big leagues as throwers. And now can you understand, hey, can you know how to attack hitters? Can you prepare yourself? Can you make adjustments, batter to batter? So we'll see.
Well, Noah's made tons of adjustments from year one to year two to be able to go on the stretch.
Noah was filthy last year. Noah was filthy last year.
Especially down the stretch.
Yeah.
When he made those adjustments and they finally clicked in, you were watching a different guy.
Yeah.
You really were. And you were watching, that's my first round pick.
Yeah.
Oh, second half of the year last year, he was
That's
filthy.
my future ace. You know what I mean?
Like,
or not any future. That's my ace.
He was unhittable for about a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he just, then he just went back to, still being dominant, but not, he was lights out for at least a month. I mean, it was scary good.
No, he's good. And, he's good. We're going to get out of him, and it's the rest. It really comes down to the rest. That's why, we talk about it. Arrieta, they put a 3-year deal on the table for him. We'll see if he takes it. And, there might be another team that sneaks in here. And
Noel's got to win 18. You want to take that step to the wild card, even without adding somebody, Noel's got to win 18, at least 18,
Oh, he's got to be dominant. He's got to be all year long dominant, and that goes with signing an Arrieta and getting a resemblance of year one Jared Eichhoff. And then you can say, okay, we can compete for that number 2. Because we talk about, I think the lineup's going to hit. I really do.
So do I. I think the lineup is going to be exciting all year.
I think the bullpen's going to be solid, and it's going to be up to the starters. They give you quality starts. That's what it comes down to. But it's a lot of young kids. So, wear and tear on the arms, but that's a good thing why there's like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Like it is deep, not deep, maybe not deep good when you get to like 7 or 8, but it is long where you got a lot of guys.
You have choices.
Yeah.
It's a buffet. You got to.
You do.
What I want to eat today.
It's like you look back at like 2006, 2007, before our run started. It was like every time Cole Hamels went out to pitch, you needed to win that game. You know what I mean? In order for you guys to be there or us to be there at the end, we needed to win. Whether Cole got the win, the bullpen got the win, whatever. Yeah. We needed to win every one of Cole's starts, and that's right now with no additions to the rotation.
With Nola,
where we are with Nola this year is every time he's out, he's got to get that win. So those 40, 50, games that he starts. We got to get those wins.
You need at least a quality start.
Yep.
Right, keeps your team in it with that lineup. You got a shot at winning it late. Whatever,
no doubt.
like you said. Absolutely.
We got to win 3/4 of the start, basically.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, I hear you. And you know what? It's crazy is like Velasquez showed a lot of promise 2 years ago. Obviously, he had the 16K game. Everyone was dripping off his nuts. But, I mean, like you said, even when he threw well last year, he's 5-inning guy.
It's too hard.
I'd like to see him take the step to where he's a six guy this year, at least 6. Give us 6, Vince.
I like to see a guy who has an 8-mile-an-hour difference on from his fastball and hard stuff to some off speed. That's the difference. Like closer guys are guys hard, because you're only seeing 3 fucking batters. Okay?
Yeah.
Starters aren't hard. At some point, you need something, a changeup, something that's at least 6-7 mile an hour difference, so you can keep guys off your fastball. It's one thing to throw 98, but that's all you throw. Even his slider's too hard. There's not a big difference in pitches, and that's why he hasn't got as far as he needs to. Hopefully, new regime new pitching coach, somebody, Kapler talking to him, somebody get through his head, and he can develop one of these secondary pitches.
Hitting's all timing, so I mean, and
I'll find you out by the 5th if you're throwing 98 the whole time.
If everything looks the same, it don't matter if it's don't matter if it's moving or not. It's still it's still the same velo. That's all. It don't take them.
Could be 96 or 106. It doesn't matter. And they'll once they get it, they'll get
it up.
His mechanics are smooth.
Oh yeah,
there's not a lot of like herky jerky. It's just it's real nice and smooth. So you would think that with that easy arm action and with the smooth mechanics, you should be able to find another pitch, find the secondary pitch, and hopefully this offseason that's what he's done.
Let me read a couple of these. We got to take a break. Len's got a roll. So let me read a couple of these. Rob Lutman, I love the Phillies. I really do. I really hope they do very well. I'm just suspect about the starting pitching and the closer. Bats will be there with a team average of 250, over 100 homers. The bats are going to have to steal games. The pitching messes up.
Slutman's going too long right
there. And he said respect the bombshell page. Well, you should.
But I like Neris as a closer.
So do I.
I really do.
Chad's asking best cheesesteaks around. We'll answer that when we come back.
25 out of 28. I mean, he didn't do anything.
steaks,
Besides that Dodger game, he didn't really shit all over himself. I mean, that was an anomaly. I mean, we know what the Dodgers did last year, but back to back. Holy shit, did that just happen? Maybe bounce a breaking ball one time.
Right.
Would you have to?
Maybe hit somebody.
Yeah.
That's going by wayside. It's the only thing. I love baseball so much. It's my favorite sport. Like I love the Eagles, die hard, but baseball's my favorite sport, so I love the Phillies. And the only thing I hate about baseball is that they took away they take away throwing at guys and throwing inside, which bothers me.
Yeah.
As a pitcher, when I was growing up, like if you can't throw inside, if you can't establish the inside part of the plate, then guys just hang outside and hit homers to right center off your outside shit. I don't like it. I hate it.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad.
Because if you hit 2 guys now, they throw you out of the fucking game.
No, it's just the whole thing is sad, buddy, because it's 2018, and they got to try everything in their power.
Yeah.
They're trying everything in their power to make these millennials like baseball. Fuck it, man.
Fuck them.
Fuck
them. Can we just
They're
kill the
stopping
millennials
mound visits. Listen, 4-hour games, that sucks. 4-hour games. That's Yankees, Red Sox.
Yeah,
for the most
that's
part.
the only one.
Nobody watches them anymore.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, come on. But I mean, to stop the mound visits. I mean, let's calm down.
I'm okay with the 6 mound visits. You don't need more than 6.
All right.
No.
We gotta get the break. Jeremy Bean said,
But I
"What's
hear
up, guys?"
I'm right with
and
you.
he says, "I agree. Need a big year out of Nola." We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to continue talking some Phils, Sixers, Flyers, all hot, little MLB spring training, all that on the other side. Agree, disagree. HDRadio.com. Segment was brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Find him on the web. GibsonMayer.com. We'll be right back.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Del Gozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to the bad boys of sports talk. Agree to disagree right here on A2DRadio.com.
listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D. Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Del Gozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want. Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree.
Welcome back. Agree to Disagree. A2DRadio.com. Live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City. We're off exit 17 of the Parkway. Find them online. BMW of Atlantic City.com. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Find them on the web. GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Del Gozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milanovic, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. We started the show off talking Phils. Our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Which two Philadelphia Phillies players are most important to the team's success in 2018? Herrera, Hernandez, Hoskins, Williams, Santana, Franco, Alfaro, Crawford. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. We're going to talk some Sixers, some Fly guys.
The kids are hot. The kids are hot.
That was hot.
Came in hot. Kids are hot.
That was hot. Well, let's transition. Let's transition.
I always come in hot.
We'll obviously talk. You know, somebody's got something Eagles they want to touch upon. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do.
But a little 10-9-8. Playing good basketball.
Great basketball.
Tonight, 8 o'clock. Going for 8 in a row.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even realize they played
Huge game. Yeah.
Huge, 8 o'clock. Wizards.
In Wiztown.
In Wiztown. And guess what? A chance.
Where are the Wizards? 3 seed?
4. With a win, we could hop them.
Oh, yeah? Let's go.
Or percentage points wise. So we could jump from 7 to 4. or a tie.
Listen, there's an identity when you talk about these two guys. You know, they changed the culture, and Joel Embiid is the most dominant big man. I've been saying it. I said it on preview shows that if he could play X amount of games, how good this team's going to be. He's that freaking special. It's the most dominance I've seen out of a big guy, really. I'm talking wins and losses. People can give me Boogie Cousins. You can give me Anthony Davis. That's fine. They don't win games, right? They don't win games like this kid's changed and win games. They're different. There's a stat line, right, we talked about, and there's what these babies tell you, and he delivers a stat line too. Don't forget that. I'm not saying he doesn't. But what do these tell you every time you watch this dude play? He is dominant. He's Shaquille O'Neal with a 3 and a fadeaway. You know what I mean? He's that dominant of a big man. I mean, it's everything Hinkie winning inside out, and you're seeing it. He's that special where guys that are just guys around him, he makes that much better. And Ben Simmons, and we were talking about why LeBron's a bad fit in a way, because I'm not taking the ball out of this kid's hands ever. Ever. If you came here, you got to play the 3, Daddy.
He would play off.
You know what I'm saying? You got to come here with the understanding that you're not touching the basketball as our guard. That's Ben Simmons, and he's never going to lose that. Yeah. He's never going to lose it. He's that special with the basketball.
It's not bad to add one that's just like him and better.
No, I'm not against the addition. I'm all in for the addition, right? Because you'd be crazy not to. But what I'm saying is,
we go to the finals.
These two guys are that good. And Joel Embiid's the best big man in all basketball right now. It's not even close because of the win-losses. Because he carries a basketball team on his back.
It comes down to two things, and they're playing great ball. They are.
I'm not trying to overvalue him.
No. I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, the other guys are in the West, and we know what Cousins does to teams. You know what I mean? So he does tear them down, but he's a tremendous 3-point shooter, and he can go inside too. So. There'll be an argument there, but JoJo, look, you see what he brings to the table.
JoJo's better defender.
Yeah, he's a way better defender, and like you said, that winning gene and that culture gene, and you see what he brings.
I still hold my breath when he jumps,
you know what I mean?
Oh, every time.
Or when he hits the fucking floor.
Every time.
He hits the floor too much for a guy his size. He drives me crazy. I love the way that he goes after it, but just let it go out of bounds. Don't dive into the. We can't have you getting hurt. I don't want him to slow up his intensity, you know what I'm saying? But, don't dive into the crowd. Yeah. Just hey, let that one go. Like I said, all right? We don't need you diving into the crowd.
Everything feels like it's starting to fall in place. You know what I mean? Simmons hit 2 free throws the other night with 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
Huge steal.
How about when the first
JoJo gets his finger on it, deflects it, and he made 2 free throws after they were fouling you a month and a half ago. You know what I mean? It was hack-a-bed. Yeah. It was amazing. And you went like,
growth.
I got this. I'm all right. Yeah,
when the first one rolled in.
Clutch meter.
The first one rolls in, and Embiid gave a fucking emphatic fist pump when the first one rolled in. And then the second one was money. Money.
Buckets.
I didn't see that. I was in the driveway listening to that.
Oh, it was front rim and rolled in, and Embiid on the block. It
was like the last 20 seconds, and Christine was like, "What are you doing in the driveway?" I'm like, "I'm not going anywhere.
I can't go in during the game.
I can't go anywhere."
And again, I'm not trying to overvalue him because we've had a lot of bad basketball over the last X amount of years. Okay, I'm not overvaluing him. I think
he's blowing up nationally now because everyone knows
there's greatness. It's different than just a stat line. It's different than just being special. There's greatness. They get other guys and make them look good. Some of the guys he makes look good around them. That's the kind of things that 2-3 used to do, the special ones.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling them Jordan. I'm just saying the special ones always make guys around them that are just guys. They make them look so much better. And that's what him and Ben bring to the table is they'll make that average basketball player drop you 25, and you're like, because Rocco stinks.
If Rocco just didn't stink.
Or stay in the league and do great things.
Yeah.
Right? We're all monster fans of a man named TJ.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yes.
Don't get me
I'm
started.
just saying,
Yeah.
the love affair that we have right here.
I need to buy a McConnell
now,
jersey. I like him. He's my
that's how
favorite
much-
player
that's
in
how much we love
the
him.
NBA.
And this guy.
I do love him.
I'm not even lying. My favorite player in basketball, TJ McConnell.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love him. He's the GOAT. The dude's amazing.
JoJo calls
He's
him
incredible.
GOAT, so.
I think,
He's incredible.
And there's a direct
correlation. He's got himself to. He's like I wish
and
Rocco.
you know what I mean?
I wish Rocco
I wanna hear
would
this
get
when
him.
he's
I wish
done
they would
wild
I wish he
over
would
here.
talk to Rocco and be like, "Yo, dude, you shoot threes when you're wide open, and if you're not wide open, you fucking drive the lane or pass the ball because when Rocco just pulls all day,
Never found
if you're
shot
wide
doesn't
open,
work.
if you're wide open, shoot a 3 by all means."
It's like come across half court. I'm open.
Yeah, and guess what? TJ,
I'm in my range.
TJ, not a good 3-point shooter. He's having a great statistical year shooting 3 because when he's wide open, he shoots it.
Yeah.
And when he's not, he don't fucking shoot it. It's not a tough concept. We're looking to get a wide open shot. TJ is amazing on the floor, though. Defensive fucking pit bull. He's all over you defensively.
There's a reason he was
gets
Pac-12
2 steals a
Defensive
game.
Player of the Year.
2 steals a game for 20 minutes. He's a 20-minute guy, 2 steals a game.
People think that, like,
and
you know what I love?
Lou
Like,
Wilson
he has
did
a
give him
pedigree. Dude,
$100,000.
yeah. He has a pedigree, though, like a family that's athletes. Like, it's not like the guy isn't an athlete. Like, we're talking about a Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody plays defense in the Pac-12. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is the guy. Like,
Markel will tell you that, too.
Yeah, 100,000
Conference of Champions.
I want to hear what you were saying, though. When you're talking about TJ.
Like I said, there's no coincidence. It's direct correlation. When JoJo getting here now, that TJ's taking his game to another level. I mean, we knew the blood, sweat, and tears is in there. We know what he can defend. We know what he's going to bring to the table, heart-wise. And that's the obvious thing. But now the guy has made his game so much great all around. You know what I mean? Like his passing, he can make shots now. He was a guy that you could leave him open all day a couple of years ago.
That little dip into the lane. The little dip into the lane move that he pulls with the jump.
So,
I love
like
it.
You said,
I
your
love
point,
it. I love
just
that
making guys around you better. I mean, I think there's no coincidence that
I think if he
turn a
continues to
corner
stay on the court, if he continues to stay on the court like he has, there's no question in the next 2 years the best player in the league. And I'm going, and I'll say it right here. You can screenshot it. You can.
We going Embiid or TJ?
No, Embiid.
TJ is
I knew. I just didn't
I
give him
probably
a
would have got a better reaction for TJ. I
wanted to check that box. I was like, oh, this is an interesting box. Did he just go here? I'll check that box.
I think that's
I would have followed you. I love TJ.
I know. I would have got a better reaction.
I would have followed.
Guys would have been like, yeah.
I would have followed. I'm not lying. I know it's not.
I'll stand
I know it's not true. I know it's not true, but I would have followed. I would have followed. I was ready to jump right with you. We're going off this motherfucker. Let's go.
TJ jerseys for everybody.
He's like, yeah, he said it. He said it.
I'd have been like Keanu Reeves in Point Break after Swayze already jumps out and he's like, whatever, I'm just going anyway. No shoot, I'm going. No shoot, I'm going.
Guy needed a $5 bill to get over to Walt Whitman in week 6, and now TJ's the best player in basketball. It's fucking great. This is fucking great. This is my world I want to live in.
I wish that was the case. I so wish he was the best. It would make basketball a lot more fun if he was the best in the league, right? But no, I think JoJo's that good that I think in 2 years, and maybe even quicker, that you're talking about he's the best player in basketball. I just think he's that special. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, it's all health. It's all health.
First off, Ben is right with him.
I know.
He's right there.
I know.
If Ben has a jump shot, he is the best player in basketball.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's just where it is.
That's the scary thing. Not to switch gears real fast, but they were asking last night after the Flyers game, does Claude Giroux get your vote for MVP?
Right now?
And then Bill Clement
if we win first place, he is.
But Bill Clement goes, I don't even know if he's the MVP of the team with the way Couturier is playing. It's kind of the same correlation with Ben and JoJo. Like, I think you're right. Because of his size and his skill set, he very well could be. But to your point, if Ben develops a jump shot, who's to say he's not?
Ben is, listen, JoJo's the best player on our team. Ben's the catalyst. And he might end up being the best player. But they are – the thing that the Sixers have – and we got some young guys. I love Dario. There's guys I like.
Oh, I love Dario. I love Dario.
I'm just saying,
you were running out of town.
But those two, though, they are – I mean –
same with the coach, too. People were smart about that one.
Everyone in the fucking league knows that those two are a problem.
Oh, no question.
And they're a young problem. Everyone's like, oh, fuck, they're a problem. They're a problem. And I love the fact that Simmons –
LeBron's looking at schools because they're a
got snubbed. Simmons got snubbed. Okay, for the All-Star game, and since then he's been like on a warpath.
But we knew.
I'm just gonna go to him and bang on people.
We knew before the season and during the season when people were like, "Yo, Benson missing foul shots, and you think he just leaves it there and goes out?" No, this guy goes over to Camden and starts taking free throws at 2 a.m. Like that's what winners do.
That's risky.
That's
risky.
Yeah,
that's risky.
Crack talk.
Put a fucking vest on.
Hashtag crack talk.
We found a way to get it in there. Great job by you. The guy was that's where they practice, and we found a way to get it in there.
Hey, when you lay in the lap, hey, I can hit a ball for tea.
Yeah, we found a way.
But you knew that was going on, and and it's the work ethic, and it's the Carson Wentz work ethic. It's the guy who's willing to put a little extra in, right? And that's what separates. That's the Ben. I'm talking about Ben, putting a little extra in, going and working on your free throws. And now, to everybody's point, Jumper's getting better, more confident, pulling up at times. Not as much, but it's getting there. It's slowly getting better, and you can't. And for it to take a jump this quickly into your first season as a pro, that's even more kudos, bro. You know what I mean? That's even more kudos to get better as the season's going on. A lot of times that happens in between. Like, okay, I'm going to work on my game after the season. I'm going to come back year 2 and look at me, and you see this big jump. No, we're seeing it. We're seeing it with both of them as the season's going on.
In light of all this.
That's credit to this coaching staff. That's credit to these two. I can go on. That's credit to Hinkie.
It's that cheesy, movie line. What's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary?
A little extra.
But you're absolutely right. These guys work. And I think that facility in Camden has a lot to do with it. And that was a big part of what Hinkie, the process was building this.
Are you hinkied up right now?
I am. I'm always hinkied up. But it gave the guys
one of these fucking
a legit
guys.
facility to work out.
It's the only way we would get back. That's
you know what I mean?
That's the smart thing about Hinkie. It was the only way that you were going to be able to compete ever again. The way the league's set up. The league's a disgrace. The way it's set
Mark
up.
Cuban's already said it.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
But the league's a disgrace.
600,000 reasons not to say that.
The league's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
It's a flat-out disgrace. It's a flat-out disgrace. The way it's all set up, the way there's a lottery. No, if you're the worst freaking team, you need the number 1 pick. Okay, teams shouldn't have to freaking tank. And they just should. It shouldn't have to get to that point.
Right.
Where you can't get better in free agency. The only way you can get better is by drafting. So listen, people didn't like the approach of Hinkie, but it was the only way to get us to where we're at now. And look where we're at with 2 of the best young players in all basketball.
Yeah, and that fucking Squid Cowherd keeps mouthing off. I would slap him in the mouth.
You're right.
I used to like Colin Cowherd. No more.
Me too.
Fucking Squid. You fucking Squid.
And the draft is so risky, like we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
In light, now how about this? In light of all the stuff that's going on in college basketball, do you think maybe Markelle Fultz hired a stunt double to play for him in Washington? And we really, it wasn't our fault. It was just some other guy.
Is the $100 million really in his head that? I mean, 100,000 really in his head that much?
Dude, no.
Real quick on the NCAA. Okay, it's funny. And I love this. Guys graduate, or not graduate, they go on to the next level, right? And all of a sudden they're like thinking in their head, like, fuck this shit. Like, I wasn't a 4-year guy at UW. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't a 4-year starter. I went there for a year. I was there for 2 months, right? Yeah. Like I ain't paying this $100,000 back. Let me finish this. I'm not paying $100,000 back. Dennis Smith Jr., right? The list goes on that it's funny that the FBI investigation comes out when these guys are done with school because they don't give a fuck. Yeah. But listen, my point is, going back 20 years ago, this shit still happened. Let me finish this. This stuff still happened, but guys were 4-year starters and have more loyalty to a program. Make sense? Then now, there's no loyalty to a place you're at for 6 months of your life compared to a place you spent 4 years. So now it's like, I'm not paying $100,000 back. Let me get somebody to go rat this out a little bit. And now look, you don't got to pay the money back. Nobody's got to pay nothing back now, right? See how that works?
I don't think that's how it went, though.
Rats. I think exactly how it went. Exactly. To the T on how that went.
They caught that agent, and he had all the shit on.
Well, how do you think the one agent got caught?
He had the
spreadsheet. How do you got caught? I don't want to pay $100,000. Fuck it. I ain't paying that shit back. I'm a realist. Is what I am. Worldwide leader of fucking real talk, and I just woke everybody up.
There's only one
what's going on?
There's only one payphone left.
I stay woke. All right.
Rat.
There's only one. There's only one payphone left.
I didn't realize. Was that your rat face? Is that what that was?
I don't know.
There's only one payphone left in the country, and somebody called from.
I'm just telling you.
Somebody called from.
Hits
fucking rat talk over here.
Hits are going to be made. Hits are going to be made. There's going to be hits out soon. I mean, it's like mob talk. You got rats in the business. It's nuts. I want to get back to the Sixers, though, and we got some fam checking in as well.
What up?
Yeah, I got some over here, too.
Family talk.
Says the only thing Simmons needs to do is get a shot.
No shit.
And we're getting and he's getting better with that. You know what I mean? Jeremy Bewen, Ben is the dagger, and Embiid is the axe, weapons.
I like that, Jeremy. All right.
And Geneva says, Philly team still winning. Yeah, we are.
That's what we do.
The city of winners.
City of champions.
The city of winners.
I'll give my Bill Walton. I love when he catches Bill on the Pac-12, though, late
it's
night.
The worst.
Are you kidding me?
It's the
he's like the
worst.
eighth wonder of the fucking world.
No,
What's
he's
wrong
the worst.
with you?
He's the worst.
What is wrong? You're a hinky guy and you don't like Walton. You might as well get off the fucking couch. All right? Bill Walton's amazing. He'll just go into a tangent about smoking weed out in the fucking valley. It's incredible. It's awesome.
They are funny.
Yeah,
He's the best.
I cut it off before it even
He's
gets there.
the absolute best. If I see Walton's on, I'm like, I'm watching this game. I'm
who cares who's playing?
I'm voluming up.
Is that women?
And
is that
guess
women
what?
WNBA?
If you catch him UCLA, it's the greatest thing ever because he hates Alford so much. He hated Alford so much last year that he hated his son, who was the UCLA point guard, and he would just be like, terrible shot by Bryce Alford.
Yeah.
And you see that shot, that's just awful. Who shoots that shot? And you're like, dude,
he's like
Bill,
6 for 8 from 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
we forget about Bill.
What a terrible shot.
Bill.
And Bill's a legend at UCLA. He does whatever he wants. He walks on water there. You know what's
the funny thing now? People forget.
I don't know if he lost the game
at this point of Bill's career, because he's wild, right? Is that flat out pimp on the court?
Oh my God!
Like, don't forget. Don't forget.
He might be the best college basketball player of all time.
And he could.
You know that?
A big
Seriously,
man.
it's crazy to say because I think they lost like one game while I played there, right?
Yeah, there's probably
they didn't lose while he was
there's
there.
probably 3 guys in that discussion. I mean, there's a ton of guys that are good, but
he's got statues on
about,
every part of the campus.
Maybe him,
No
Kareem,
shit.
and
One with a J.
Samson.
One with a J in
Samson
his
was a
mouth.
3-time All-American.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, well,
Ralphie.
Yeah.
Christian Laettner wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
Chris Laettner was extremely good.
There's tons of guys.
No, I'm saying Bill was like early on.
Yeah, but
big
I'm just saying UCLA was like I don't know the numbers, but UCLA was like 90-1 when he was there or something.
Yeah, Dan.
I mean, it was in their stretch of just winning title after title after
Dan,
title.
they're 8-0. They're going for 8.
We're not talking about women's college hoops. We're talking, we're talking about
you're
men's
good.
basketball.
Yes, men's basketball.
This ain't Gino Ariema. This ain't Gino Ariema talk, okay?
Yeah.
This isn't Ariema talk, all right?
Keep your dick in your pants, Gino.
Yeah, Christ.
Dan says Sixers undefeated Phillies since beginning of December. Yeah, even they're going for 8 straight tonight. And we talk about the Flyers 9-1 since the Super Bowl. 6 or 7 in a row since the Super Bowl, right? 7-0 since the Super Bowl. So both teams.
Yeah.
No
Flyers
losses
are
since
9-0-2, 9-0-1.
Isn't it funny?
14-0, 15-0,
You know what's funny?
14-0 maybe.
And even more so, and I tie it. I wouldn't tie it if the Eagles had all their horses. Okay, I wouldn't make the correlation. But the fact that they did it with less, and everybody knew they did it with less, and that nobody believed, it really woke up teams in this city. I mean, it's real. It woke them up like shit. I mean, they're winning Super Bowl against the 2 greatest of all time.
Stay
woke. You know what I mean? With a backup, why can't we? Why can't we win? You know what I mean? And it just brings confidence. I just felt like the whole city is a vibe. I think the Eagles ended the entire stigma, curse, everything. Lifted. We're free. We're free it.
We finally burst the hole through. Now we just gotta keep bursting through.
Let me check it over here on YouTube.
One. Yeah, that's really going up. Not bad. Actually. She's not gonna be upset with you.
Yeah, she might be.
Expect a big moan.
Sixers JT, who saw Jorge's grand slam yesterday? We posted that video.
Hip hip.
Jorge! I don't know what you guys think about, but is Jorge's our catcher of future?
No question.
We touched on that earlier. Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
I expect him to be the catcher the next 10 years.
Yeah, I like long baseball games. Why do we have to shorten the game?
Oh, yeah. If you're a baseball junkie like us, I don't give a shit.
I'm okay shortening it, but I don't mind when the games go long because of extras. When a 9-inning game takes 4 hours, I have issues with that.
It's just embarrassing. I
Yeah.
mean, some of the things are embarrassing.
I don't have a problem with free
there's
baseball.
not talk. I mean, it was one MLB guy that's absolutely on crack cocaine talking about
a lot of
having
crack today.
Crack talk.
when you're trailing.
Hashtag crack talk.
When you're trailing in the ninth, you can bat anybody you want.
Oh my God, I saw that. I would literally throw up. I was like, this ruins basketball.
Yeah. No, just bat anybody you want.
In the 9th inning, you can bat whoever you want.
Who said this?
An anonymous MLB guy. He's saying that Brady, LeBron, they all have their ball in their hands when it's crunch time. It's a different sport, jackass.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Wow,
get a clue, dude.
Yeah.
So you just go, we're just gonna bat 3, 4, 5 in the 9th every 9th inning. Come on, get a clue.
I'm sure closers are gonna buy into that one.
Yeah.
Let's sign up for that. You better instead of paying me 15, 20 a year. That's 40.
Yeah.
40. Then I'll take the ball. And that's guaranteed, Daddy, for 10.
It's a fucking gauntlet. It's a gauntlet.
I want a real long deal, too. Real long. Long leash. Leash me.
Call me with that one.
SJM86 chimes in a couple times. Fellas, what's good?
What up?
What up?
Every Sunday I wake up now and think, damn, no football. All that goes
yeah,
away.
going the other way.
All that goes away because guess what? Super Bowl 52 champs.
We're back.
Absolutely.
I thought he was going. And I gave the point too early.
And then he goes, Phil's on their way. Flyers looking good. Sixers putting it together. Prepare Broad Street again. It's only a matter of time.
Mike Parker said earlier that he's going to lease a tent.
On Broad Street.
Just lease it. You know what I mean? Once you expect
and
4 times a year.
To the Simmons talk, SJM follows up. Free throws in Canada at 2 a.m. Might as well be Hotel Rwanda. dedication, and bulletproof vest workouts.
Yeah.
Built strong.
David
Built Camden strong.
Flyers doing great with their
Crack
winning
talk.
streak. Agree. And MCAN follows up. I hate when football ends. At least baseball's around the corner.
Yeah,
We're caught
absolutely.
up on
Listen,
the
you
two.
know, it could be worse.
Everyone's upset that football ended,
Could be
but
worse.
guess what? We're champions.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
We are champions, and you can't be upset about that. But I've had enough with the EAGL. I've
here
had
it
enough
is.
with the chant. I really did. I'm sorry. I was the polar plunge last weekend. I heard it like 77 times in 2 days. Okay, I'm as big as the Eagles fan you'll ever meet in your fucking life. Okay, I cried when they won. But I've had
Tears.
I've had
Grown
enough.
man tears.
When it comes back, when we come back for training camp, then we get the chance going again, guys. All right, but come on. I don't want no more. You want to throw one out? Okay. We were doing like 20 in a row. What are we doing? That screams to me, guys, that became fans during the run. That haven't been there for years.
Before or after
okay?
Tom's run?
Oh,
Way after.
wait, maybe 3 weeks to 12 weeks after. I'm talking like
Prior to 11 getting hurt.
They hopped on the playoff run, and now they're screaming Eagles all day. Like, all right, we get it, dude. Okay, we won. Everyone's happy. Enough with the chants. If I'm at Phillies games this year and I hear Eagles chants, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, come on, move on. Bring it back in August.
You don't want to upset the big fella.
Bring it back in August. All right. I love the Eagles to death. Bring it back in August.
Taking a dollar dog off your fucking dome if you do that.
Seriously.
No, just a rapper, though. Just a rapper.
Oh, I've already eaten a hot dog.
Yeah, let's not get crazy.
I'm not throwing food. I mean, come on.
All right, David. Dan says Drew has picked up his game, no question about it. Dan.
I think a lot, though, he's been healthy. I think a lot of that was overlooked last year, that he came into camp not healthy and never said anything and just gutted it out because that's the way the kid is. Now he's healthy, playing a new position. Yeah, he's absolutely on fire. Him and Couturier.
No, I agree. Jose Clone, what up?
Drew's awesome.
What up,
What
folks?
up, Jose?
What up, Jose?
He put Konechny on his line, and Konechny looks like the next coming because he's playing with the captain.
And when the kids are growing up, Jeremy says Eagles lifted the ground like Magneto from X-Men for all the other teams in Philly. Hashtag fuck yeah.
Let's go.
And hashtag fuck them. Hey, double dip the tag. Dan said, things are going good when Manning has that crazy fluke goal yesterday, just trying to clear the puck behind the Senators' net. Yeah. Yep. That's when things are going well for you. Mike Parker, what did he say? Dolls, dogs, dome shots.
Dollar dogs.
Oh,
Swine to the cranium.
Oh, yeah, that's what they're talking about. Jeremy said, dollar dog, off your dome, I'm fucking dying. Yeah. Forgot to run
that's SAM, ROFL, Brian, the bandwagon is real.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is real.
It's big time real.
It's definitely real.
Yeah.
So
It's
Sixers
crazy.
win tonight?
Don't get me wrong. I love the Eagles, but the guys that just hopped on, come on. We've been here for years, guys.
No,
Okay, take a back seat.
Listen, athletic.
Seriously.
Backseat. You ain't in the car.
No, I'll let you in.
That's
I'll let
fine.
you in.
Training-
I'll let you in. You're sitting in the back, okay?
Listen, training
All right.
table, training
You're
tables.
like Rosa Parks.
Training tables have been full for months now. Getting fucking those ankles taped up, buddy. Fucking taping those ankles up. Because it's fucking been a free fall.
Back in the station
It was a free because it was both ways. As soon as 11 got hurt, the free fall people were jumping off.
Jumping off.
And then
Then
soon
they
as
were
one
catching
gets
back
up,
up.
how do I get back on?
No, oh my God. You were reaching hands out. We don't want him. Don't grab him. Don't grab him.
Yes, I do think the Sixers win.
Sixers win tonight.
Is it
8
home?
in a row.
Is it home?
Nope,
No,
in
it's away.
Washington.
Lose. I hope they don't. But
Sweepsy, 8 in a row tonight.
we actually have a stretch coming up too.
Yes.
Of weaker teams.
There's-
In
there-
like 3 games coming up after
A
3.
slight dog
3 more
tonight,
games.
but I like them. It just, things are falling
I
in
hope
place.
they
I
do.
mean, I hear you. But.
Oh,
I love
JoJo
what
back to
they're-
back.
I love what they're playing.
JoJo back to back.
Well,
And like
he
you said,
rested
they
a
can
little bit
smell
last
it.
night.
And
The
maybe,
dude's ready.
Maybe they can smell, like you said, you go from 7 to 4 possibly.
Yeah.
You smell that a
Yeah,
little bit.
absolutely. I mean, the Stars got to rest a little bit last night and only played about 25, 28 minutes. I mean, that's huge, especially with a back-to-back. So, no, I fully expect JoJo to play.
Yeah, I think he's
I
going
like
to
him
play.
to get it done.
Mike Parker says John Wall more concerned about rocking his Paul McCartney shades.
Is he playing
He's
yet
hurt.
or
No,
no?
he's still hurt.
No,
Still
still
hurt?
hurt.
All right, good. See you, John.
Jeremy says, yep, fuck Washington. Just got to stop Wall and Beal. Yeah, Wall's out,
Well,
Jeremy.
Wall's out.
So he's got to stop Beal.
So mission 1 accomplished. Hey, anything else you got?
We're 50% on the way there, guys.
Jose says, "What's up, Phil's Yanks spring training?" Are Phil's and Yanks playing today? Is that who they play?
Quite possibly.
Because
they play the Phils. They play the Yanks like all the time.
Well, because Dave Nabo said they lost
right
to the Blue Jays, so I thought that was today.
That was 2 days ago.
I didn't think they were playing already today. They play at 1 o'clock.
No,
Yankees,
it is 1 o'clock.
They lost.
That's what I mean.
They lost to the Blue Jays 2 days ago.
Yeah,
it was the first Philly team to lose since the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Fire everybody.
Where's he
The
at?
season's over. Fire them all.
Kapler.
Goodbye, Cap.
God damn it, Kapler.
It didn't work.
Organic peanut butter. Fuck.
That's where I draw the line. There's no organic peanut
Yeah,
butter.
well, he's got organic
Just
peanut butter.
give me some Jif.
Yo, we asked this. Yo, this was.
Kid's a Jif guy?
Whatever.
Are you a peanut butter
I'm a
fluff
peanut
guy?
butter guy.
Are you a fluff
No,
guy?
No fluff.
You do the fluff? You do the fluff?
No fluff.
Good work. Good work.
Straight jelly.
I don't do the fluff yet.
Fluffles go when you're little.
I don't know. People, the fluffernutter is a weird thing to me. I don't do the
This is
fluff.
going down the dip road here. Be careful. This guy's steering. He's driving down the dip road.
Yo, we asked this Wednesday, so I'll just ask you guys why we got you. It was the poll Wednesday night. Phillies wins. Less than 70, 70, 79, 80, 89, 90 plus.
70 to 79.
Yeah,
for me.
that's what I say,
75
too.
to 80.
I want to say, if they catch lightning in a bottle, they can get over 500 and compete. But I think 70, 79 is more likely.
I answered on Wednesday 80, 89.
That's Rob.
I thought they were about a 500 ball club.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. About
and
500.
And then I think the top of the scale, if you get an Arrieta or you find a way to get an Alex Cobb type of guy, I think you jump to the top of that.
Like an 88 spot.
Yeah,
I got you.
Right around 90 with,
yeah,
with
I'm
a
around
legit
500.
second guy.
I think I said Wednesday like 85. I could see him with everything going well, but it's just well, that's still up in the air. A lot of guys still out there, so you got to also let all that play out as well.
Yeah, how are they still out there too? I don't understand. I feel like it's going so much longer this year.
I love it.
Well, what it is,
I've been a big fan of collusion for a long time. Right? Since I was a fucking puppy. I fucking love it. Right? Because they're the fucking bosses. You know what I mean? It should have happened to A-Rod years ago. Oh, you want $250 million? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Go fucking be a runway model, you fucking loser. You know what I mean? But that's it. I got no time for that shit. I love it.
Oh, collusion.
but from the players,
It's fucking Boris.
I've been a big fan of collusion for a long time. That's what I said.
Fucking
This guy's the coach. He coaches young athletes. Big fan of collusion.
100,000.
Show Miller up here. You got Show Miller on the couch. Miller talk. Didn't realize Miller talk was happening.
Fuck you, Boris.
Hashtag Miller talk.
Fuck you, Boris.
But with that, though, a lot of guys are out there. The training nowadays is so much different than before that it's not like these guys had to come in and, like, it's not like Arrieta hasn't been thrown or else.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, they're training all
I'm sure
year
they're ready to
round
go.
now, you
Yeah,
know?
I'm sure they're ready to go.
So, like,
Arrieta, I told you, Arrieta will come in and he'll do crunches with Kapler. That dude's definitely ready to go.
T.O. will be in his driveway, like renting out the driveway for them to just crunch it out.
Just a different, like I said.
Four crunches.
It's just different times. You know what I mean? Like back in the 90s, Kruk never took one swing in a winter.
No.
Smoked 36,000 heaters.
Yeah.
Right, and showed up
Dude.
fucking February 20th, ready to fucking rake titties. That's the way it goes.
And that's all he
the way it
did.
goes.
That's what he did.
That's
He
it.
raked.
Dude,
You know,
gas
you
him.
want
Dude,
somebody called up fucking Kruk in fucking in December. You want to swing? Yeah, okay, get the fuck out of here. You want to swing?
Yeah, I'll swing beers waiting.
Dude, he was gassing beers, ripping cigs, and hitting 320. I mean, that's what he was doing. Gassing beers, ripping cigs, 315.
That locker room was a fucking
315.
frat house.
Oh,
315. In
315.
93.
Yeah.
That locker room was a frat house in 93.
Of course.
I mean, there was beer cans
I love
laying
when-
around the next morning.
I love when he talked about
And dudes laying around.
Yeah.
And then they get out and Lenny goes 4 for 4.
Yeah, rakes, needle in the ass,
rake
job.
I love me
Love
some Lenny. I love me some Dykstra,
love
dude.
him.
I'm a nails guy. I'm sorry.
How can you not be?
Dude. Mitch Williams went from like a guy I didn't like. Mitch Williams went.
Let's go, Nails.
Mitch Williams went from a guy. Mitch Williams went
There's
from
a
a guy
picture
I
of
didn't like to a guy
There's a
I
picture
absolutely
of him.
despised.
Look at that.
When
Grab
he
that whole
trashed
thing.
Dykstra.
Grab that whole thing. Look at it. Grab the whole piece. It's like hammer, nails. It's the whole old 93. You got who we got on there? Hollins.
Oh yeah,
Nails are known. Nails are known.
Nails. Get the
we got
hammer.
Dutch, we got Dutch, we got Dave, we got Kruk, and Nails.
Nails. Great one. Look at this. Tops, too. Oh, upper deck. Real quick.
Oh, upper deck.
Real
classy.
Make some room up
Splurge.
here.
Put that up there.
Splurged a little bit on the upper deck.
On the upper deck.
Make some
Big
room,
Tom
right?
Big Tom had a little extra in the pocket, I guess, that week.
Yo, Swoop, move over a little bit, Swoopy. All right?
Splurged on the upper
Make
deck.
some room. Make some room for some real fucking men here. All right, what's up? These guys are men.
Mike Park says 12-ounce curls for sure.
Dude, they were the best. When Crocker's on the talk, what was it, Letterman, when they're like, what did you, when he changed the jersey number, I was like, yeah, I just told him to buy me a case of beer.
Yeah, now guys are getting Rolex and shit. Like,
I just told him give me a case of beer.
a fucking case of Bud Light or Bud.
The Crocker. Dilly.
Yeah, Croc's a pimp. So
I love me some Croc.
Sixers, I'm excited.
Yeah, no.
So where do you think the highest they can get?
I really think that the Sixers and the Flyers are both going to win the playoff series. I think I said this a few weeks ago. I'm staying with it.
What do you
They're
think about
both
the
going
seeds?
to win a playoff
What do
series.
you think about the seeds? Where do you think the Sixers end up at?
The Flyers might end up at like 3 or 2.
The Flyers
are they 1 point out behind Pittsburgh? Or are they tied
Pittsburgh
with
played
Pittsburgh?
last night.
I think they lost, right? They're tied. So,
Until that fucking trade, they could have been a 2 or a 3, all right? Because even though LeBron's the best player in the world, they were done. Until they purged, they were done. All right, there was no changing gears.
And there's still time.
Like everybody thought,
to
hey, they're
them.
just going to wait for him to
That's
drop
not
the
gonna
hammer,
happen.
like Drago when the Russian guy goes, ah-da-da-da, and then Drago goes. That's what everybody was waiting for, and it wasn't going to happen this year until the purge. It was an amazing fucking purge, and they're back to being where they need to be.
Dude, they're going to win the East again. It's fucking brutal.
Fucking
Right?
purge.
But I think, and I'm never sold on the Raptors. They're fraudies.
No.
So we can get the
You know
3
why?
or 4 for sure.
Brian Colangelo built
3
them.
or 4, yeah. We can get 3 or 4.
That's why you're not sold on the Raptors, because Brian
3 or
Colangelo
4.
built
You're a
them.
hinky guy.
3 or 4.
I'm just an original thought, not NBA Rand type of guy.
That's what Colangelo is.
Hinky ran away.
Daddy ball.
Might have ran away, but Colangelo's a puppet.
Daddy ball.
I'm not a Colangelo guy.
Yeah,
at
that's all. That's all we're here.
I'm nowhere near a
SJM.
Colangelo guy.
Daddy ball.
SJM 86. I heard Arrieta is buying a loft at the Victor in Camden. He's going to have 2 a.m. bullpen sessions in the Sixers parking lot.
Nice. Nice.
Hashtag crack talk.
Yep. In his yoga tights.
I think that 4
Gonna run
5
the bend
seed.
every day.
I think that 4
Yeah.
5 seed is my top.
I think that's where we land. 4-5.
I think 4 5, and I think that's a good spot.
And we see Washington. Let's go.
Yeah, and I think that's a logical first team. I actually, to your point, I would love them to see that as the 8 seed, because I think Toronto is a flake, and they would absolutely destroy Toronto in a 7-game series. But I think they could beat Washington.
I don't know if we beat Toronto in a 7-game series. I think Toronto's overrated. But I don't know if we stopped DeRozan. We can't stop DeRozan.
Yeah. No, he is.
Every time we play him, he drops 37. Yeah. And they're like, this guy doesn't shoot threes well. And he's just like, 3. Like, what are we talking about? He doesn't shoot threes well. Well, he's not usually a 3-point shooter. 3. What the fuck's going on?
You know what's going on?
I don't know.
Mr. Defense covers him.
Yeah.
Mr. Defense
he's
himself
an issue.
covers him.
Who, Rocco?
Yeah.
He's an
defense.
issue.
Don't get me started.
Lowry was on that list, and
Yeah.
DeRozan's an issue. And we know Ibaka, he's softy-wafty. So
Yeah.
I got no time for those guys.
Serge
But,
Ibaka
I
stinks.
mean, yeah.
James Water says Raptors are the St. Louis Blues of the NBA. They're a regular season team, not championship material.
Oh, Canada checking in.
Absolutely.
Oh, Canada checking
Oh,
in. Hey.
Canada.
Hey.
Jamesy.
Hey.
Our resident Canada reporter checked in. Thank you for that.
That's Canadian HUD.
Fuck you, Drake.
Blame Canada. Taking
Yeah, but
BP. Capper's going to be there taking BP.
Nobody wants to see
Off
that.
Arietta.
Nobody wants to see that.
Shirtless.
Yeah,
and
no
screaming.
question.
Arietta, they're all shirtless.
Nobody's got clothes on
No
in
one's
BP.
got clothes on at 2 a.m. BP at the Sixers facility.
In Camden.
He couldn't hit 10 years ago.
Yo, Kapler, if anybody remembers, Kapler went on a run where he had a long hit streak.
What, 4 games?
I know this. I don't know how many
10?
games it was. No, I'm telling you. Look it up. I bet you had a 30-game hit streak.
No.
Yo, I'm telling you. Watch the kid. Watch the kid. He knows his shit. All right? That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
But yeah, he's still
Listen,
doing crunch.
I would definitely want you. I would
he's still
definitely
doing
want you.
crunches.
I would definitely want you to be right, and I would tell you 15 of those games was a bunt single, if anything, or a fucking ball that hit off the plate, and he fucking tanned his way to first and beat it out. Fuck out of here.
The Cap had a long hit streak.
MCAN, Toronto is good. I just don't buy them in a 7-game series.
28 gamer. Come on.
Wow.
28 gamer.
Was this in Japan?
No,
for the Rangers.
He has the longest hit streak in Rangers history.
Look at this. Longest hit streak in Rangers history. Just doing crunches.
Speaking of Rangers, not to flip back, you think we get a Cole Hamels sighting this mid-season?
I don't.
I'm coming home.
I would love it. I would love it.
Tell the world I'm coming.
I think Cole's gonna have a good year this year.
I do too.
Oh my God.
Love that song.
Remember when he did it? Yeah, that's all I was thinking of when I started saying it. Bastard.
little mid-season push, I'd do it.
If we're in the contention, I'd definitely do it.
Yeah.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. But are we going to be
right
in contention?
now?
Yeah, I'd do it. Yeah.
I love me.
I think it comes back in the next year or two.
You really think so?
Yeah. I mean, you hate to bring it up, or not to hate to bring it up, but like you hate the way this situation was brought up. But like the fact that he's always here in town, he was on the Phillies called him when Doc died, and he was on like in the podium, like doing all that. I mean, I think that's a clear indication that it was one of those things where it was like, listen, we're going to do this for you because we know our team's going to suck for the next few years. But we'll keep in touch.
Well, Clintek's got a huge job in front of him. He's got to find a way to get creative if you're going to keep, because you don't want to get rid of your main pieces.
Bottom line is
we
need a
some of those minor
superstar.
leaguers. Like, Moniak's not here yet. You got a ton of outfielders, so there's a piece. I'm just saying, for a guy you saw what the Astros did, you want to stay on top, go get Garrett Cole. All right, that's scary. Like you Yankees, you got Stanton for free. Nice job, Jeter, you fucking squid. All right, and then the Astros said, yeah, we'll take that up, and we got you. We'll see that, and we'll go Cole. All right, now we go 4 or 5 deep with our tremendous lineup. We're not worried about you guys, So you got to just get creative in that sense. Keep that lineup intact, all right, and add some, add that arm because you see how hard it is in free agency.
Yeah.
Because these guys are going to hold you, they're going to hold your feet in the fire. They want $100 million. These fucking pigs.
And bottom line. He's right.
So you got to get Archer. You got to get a guy like Archer. Go get Archer.
He's right, but bottom line, I'd love to get Archer.
Rays are going to win 50 fucking games.
I would love to get Archer.
Call right now.
I'd love to get Archer.
They're selling.
Yeah.
They're selling like crazy.
I would love to get fucking Chris Archer, dude.
It's leaking oil.
I love Chris Archer. I'm a Chris Archer guy. I think he can. He like gets jittery sometimes during the season. It's like a month where he can't get guys out for some reason. But dude's electric. You know what I'm talking about? There's a month every year where he just can't get guys out. But the dude's electric. I love me some Chris Archer. We just have to get a star. I'm sorry. I don't care, like you said about Franco. Like, I don't care who it is. You got Arenado, you got Harper, you got Machado, all free agents this year. I offer all of them. And just hopefully one of them comes. Because you got to get the star. And we're hoping that maybe Reese, we're hoping some of these guys develop into a star, but you got to bring them in. We got the money. You got to do it. You have to do it.
Yep.
You just have to.
No, I agree.
And Harper loves to hit here. Bring him in the fucking. Bring him in. Because where are these guys going now? Everyone thought the Yankees, they're getting one, but now they just got Stanton, and they got to pay their young guys.
I mean,
they got to pay those guys.
You look at those teams that are not tanking, but
Red Sox.
They're going to be terrible. They're looking to fucking rebuild, and that's why you call the Rays. You got Knapp, you got Moniak. If that's I'm not saying it's got to be him, but if that's the way you got to go, there's pieces to get it done where you can get that centerpiece arm.
Herrera,
there's arms all around. Yeah.
No, there's options.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeremy says great show. Gina Rambo says she would love to see Cole Hamels back in Philly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't love to see Cole back? Coley would.
Yeah, I mean, we don't got to get deep with the Flyers, but, playing well, too.
Yeah.
Playing great puck.
Like we talked about.
Great puck. Konechny emerging as he's like a lightning rod, really. He makes things happen, and it's because the captain's out there with him. The captain's playing
another
great
thing,
puck.
though, the coach finally, rewarded his work with a boost of confidence and said, here, go up on his first line and see what you can do.
Play with the captain.
And now that first line is almost unstoppable.
Oh, they're awesome.
Even if they don't score, they're making something happen on a shift-by-shift basis.
You want to talk about left for dead. There's a guy, Hextall, that was left for dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least Brett Brown was in the tree. You know what I mean? He was picking up apples. You know what I mean? And whatever Pop was dropping, he was picking up apples. You know, there was something there where, you know, you knew it was in Brett Brown. Like, Hextall came out of college, and, I mean, he was just, you know, that guy was getting murdered. And he hadn't done anything yet, but they're playing well. I mean, he was run out of town a month ago or whatever it was.
Well, we had a 10-game losing streak.
I understand. It happens.
Hextall's tree was his own. I mean, he just won so much at South Dakota or North Dakota. It's like it's one of those things where you don't win that much at that high level of college hockey and not know how to coach. It was just a matter of getting all the guys to
getting pro guys to buy into it.
Either to buy in or get those guys in the right situation. You know, put Cole out in the wing. Or Claude, I'm sorry. Put Claude out. I have Cole in my mind. But put Claude out in the wing.
Cole on the brain over there.
Up to the number one center. I mean, look what that's doing for both of their games.
That's been huge.
Yeah.
It's been humongous. It's been absolutely huge. And, I mean, hope to God, I hope Elliott gets back for the playoffs because he was our best goaltender.
Yeah.
I think he still is. You know, hopefully Mrazek plays well. But I think I want Elliott back. But they're looking great, man. They're playing great puck. They're playing really good puck right now. So I'm pumped. How can't you be? And you know who's emerging, starting to play better and better? Nolan Patrick.
Yes.
Nolan Patrick
He's
playing
starting
better
to get
and better,
his legs
man.
under him. He's starting to get
Nolan
his pro
Patrick,
legs
Nolan
under
Patrick's
him.
going to be a good player.
I mean, he's got
a real good player.
He's got a 9-game point streak and like a 4-game goal streak going on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a rookie getting his legs for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And he's going to be a really good player.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, you should always take a shot. Sorry, to answer that question, you should always take a shot. Right? When you're in it, when you're winning and playing well, absolutely look for any trigger you can pull. All right, because you never know. From season to season, things change. I mean, you know, we saw, you know, with the Eagles, you know, they were, you know, fortunate because they were such a great football team, and it started at the top that they were able to keep that ship going. But you know, in the beginning of the year when we said if 11 ever goes down, you know, I might as well just sell your season tickets. You know,
I thought
that was the talk. You know
I thought we were fucked.
But they were so long.
I mean, first I'll tell you, I thought we were fucked.
It was so deep in the season.
I cried that night when he went down.
Yeah. Well, they were so deep in the season. They were entrenched. They were who they were by that point. You know?
Yeah.
That happens in week 3. You know, it's a different story. Yeah.
It's different. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you can get a chance to get Evander Kane, you go get Evander Kane. I mean, that's just me. That's the way I look at it. I mean, that's a real good hockey player.
I'm not an Evander Kane guy.
Well, I
think he's a locker room cancer.
Well, that might be true, but is it? I don't know his contract. Is it just a rental? Is Evander Kane just a rental, or is it like a multi-year deal?
I don't know. He's bouncing
Do
a
we
couple
know?
teams. He's too good to be bouncing teams this young.
No, you're right. He's too good of a goal scorer, and you're absolutely right.
There's a problem with that.
You know, I think if there's a small trade out there that, like, you know, if Kane doesn't cost a lot,
like I like the move that Pittsburgh made. Brassard's a good move.
Yeah.
Like a guy like that.
Now, what kind of environment do we have here? Do we have the same as Doug? Like, Ajayi was considered a cancer. Not a cancer, but you know what I mean? Like, he got run out of town with the Dolphins. They had enough of him, and he was fine. You know, guys, so what kind of locker room does Hacks have? You know what I mean?
It's his last year of his deal. So as a rental, I don't think you can blow up a locker room in 2-3 weeks.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
To where you're coming into a new situation. I mean, you're in Buffalo. You're going from Buffalo to Philly. I mean, that's an upgrade regardless.
Yeah. Just get out of Buffalo.
Yeah, just get out of Buffalo.
Wasteland up there.
He would fucking skate.
I mean, he got some solid wings.
And
what else
he
got?
hasn't been playing the last couple games, so his price is probably not that high. You know, as long as I'm not giving up a key piece going forward, you know, like the rumor for Erik Karlsson was Ghost, Patrick, and 2 first-rounders. I don't make that type of deal.
Listen,
because I still want
Karlsson is probably the best defenseman in hockey.
Sure.
Right? But you can't trade.
But you're not.
You can't trade Ghost and Patrick in the first round pick. Are you crazy?
You're not one defenseman away with Ghost, let alone letting Ghost go.
Yeah, no.
And Patrick, you just took second overall.
Yeah, and he's emerging. No, absolutely not. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'll take the young guy all day.
Yep. Agreed.
Jeremy says Trout will be a Philly by 2019.
I don't agree with that, but I hope so.
Is it the year that's got you off?
Dilly.
Well, I think Trout will be a Philly.
Yeah, just
by
next year.
I think about 3 or 4 years down the road.
Yeah, I'm with you. Early 20s.
Yeah, 4 years down the road, I think he'll be a Philly. I mean, he's still got – and everyone's like, well, I agree. The Angels stink, okay? I have 2 years ago, I went on a rant about how we have no time to talk Angels baseball because they stink. They're terrible. They're the best player in baseball, and they stink. But as the Angels, you don't trade the best player in baseball. I don't care. I don't care what we give them. You don't do it because you're probably never going to get the return.
Yeah.
You don't do it. So until until they know, like, shit, we got 1 year left of him and he's going to leave, then maybe they deal him. But until then, they're not dealing him. That ain't happening.
My thought on it is he's going to New York first. The Yankees are going to trade for him first. And just because the Angels hold where he goes, and then once the contract runs out, when he's got the call, he signs here. So that's my.
I hope
the
it doesn't
way.
go to the
Now maybe
Yankees.
that changes now that the
God.
Yankees got Stanton.
What did you just do? What the fuck did you just do?
You know what's going to happen?
Oh my
Holy
God!
water.
You know what's going to happen?
The
No,
kid
Yankees-
comes his fucking crack. His crack talk is back.
Hashtag crack talk.
Christ Almighty! Trout to the Yankees.
would you
Now I
stay out
gotta
of Camden?
now I gotta think about trouting the fucking Yankees.
Would you stay out of Camden at 2 a.m., Greg?
First off,
I'm taking BP. I'm taking BP.
if Trout goes to the Yankees and hits between Judge and Stanton, he may never come here. Okay, because why wouldn't you do that? So don't fucking bring that shit up. Don't you put that evil on us. Don't you do that to us.
That's like getting ski pulled every night.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck would
Yeah.
turn that down?
Yeah.
Who would turn? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I had
Even
so
if
much
you had a
to
rough
do.
one. Even if you had a rough one. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Terrible day, whatever. Jesus Christ. James
Gotta tune
saying,
in, people. You got to tune in every Sunday. Come on. Let me tell you this.
James said Kane played well for Winnipeg. He was running out of town, and when he played a lot better afterwards.
Was he running out of town, or
brought-
is he a piece of shit?
And brought the boys together. Then he went to Buffalo and getting run out of town again.
I see. To
He's
me,
an
that says he's a
on-ice
piece of
talent,
shit.
But an office gamble. If he behaves to
All-fight
win,
gamble, probably what that is.
otherwise it's a risk. So he's saying, it's a risk.
So all fights gamble, yeah. So like we're saying, I think he's a problem. He himself, he's a good player. He himself is a problem. But like you said, short period of time, how much damage could he actually do?
Yeah.
You know.
Unless you're that much of an issue.
Yeah.
Like you could be an issue where like you just get off a plane and you're a fucking problem.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
And hockey guys are tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where you're talking about other sport, you're like maybe the NBA. You're like, oh man, I've seen a lot of those. I've seen a lot of those punches in the NBA. You're like, hockey guys like, hey, knock the fuck off. You know what I mean? I would imagine that's how it goes.
especially if you're winning.
cut the
Like if,
shit.
if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
winning,
yeah,
like
yeah,
somebody
yeah,
like
yeah.
your C goes up and goes, yo. All right? Enough.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
I'm fucking talking. All right?
David Roski chimes in. Trout is an angel for life.
I don't believe that.
From our resident Californian.
Well, of course. He'd want
Congratulations. That's not going to happen. Sorry to tell you. The Angels are atrocious, by the way. How do you have the best player in baseball and stink? I'm sorry.
And one of the best hitters ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not.
He's
himself.
not there anymore.
But he still hits
was.
30. He's still 30 and 100. Though.
He was.
Still 30 and 100 every
Yeah.
year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. You can still win with that. The problem is they got nothing else, and they obviously suck. They have like you got nobody coming up. You got nobody. Who was the last guy came up and you were like, yo, this guy's gonna be a stud for the Angels besides Trout? Who?
Trout.
Yeah, who?
Trout.
Besides Trout.
Yeah.
Who?
Haven't
He should be
drafted
Remember
one.
Dallas,
we say it all the
Dallas
time, but they-
McPherson was supposed to be good. He stinks. He was terrible.
That's a great
Remember
name
that
out
one?
of you, though.
The kids
a
all over
great
the place.
name.
Don't worry about that. I mean, Christ. They're giving C.J. Wilson money. He's straight edge. He stinks. Congratulations. Have a beer one time, you pussy. Christ almighty. I don't give straight edge people anything. All right, seriously. Crack talk. Straight edge. Anyone that says they're straight edge to me, I automatically think he's smoking crack in the shadows, and people just don't know. Okay? That's C.J. Wilson. Good work, right?
Closet crack.
Right? Then you're giving Josh Hamilton, who actually is smoking crack, you give him a huge contract. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? The Angels are terrible. They're terrible. David Rocket, kill yourself with the Angels. Sorry. Golden Gate, jump
Gently.
Jump off a goal.
Nothing violent. Just gently, gently do it.
He followed up with the Flyers need to build a dynasty. I mean, you just told the guy to kill himself.
I'm sorry.
Now he's talking good on the Flyers.
We love you. You're back. And you're back. See, it's Sunday morning. I flip-flop. What are you going to do?
Just take half a cyanide tablet. You'll be all right. You wake up in like 2 days.
Just one pellet of rat poison. You might live.
Jesus Christ.
For the people, by the people.
Pills are good. Pills are good. Pills are good.
How's your burger, Wills? And here we are at the end again.
Why don't you try your burger? We'll tell you. Here, this helps. looked like didn't look good for you. I looked at it. I knew what it was. Mustard and ketchup. Didn't look like mustard and ketchup. All right, looked way worse. It was like this.
Now we got two gifs to make. Brodo, if you're listening, mark down this time slot, please.
I think I went and broke sleeves. We like to have fun here. We like to have fun here.
Ketchup and mustard. That was not.
He's like, Jesus Christ, someone reel him back in.
I don't give a fuck at all. I really don't care.
0.
Kill yourself, don't kill yourself. It's whatever.
It's whatever.
It's whatever. People die every day. It happens. What are you going to do?
Gina said she can't unhear the Trout the Yankees.
I'm sorry.
No, I know. It's in my head now, too.
I'm sorry.
This guy. Who brought him in?
Me.
Me.
Fucking mellow yellow son of a bitch.
They call me mellow yellow.
Where did he even find mellow yellow?
Wawa, I guess.
Do they have it in Wawa?
Wawa, the Coke machine.
It is in a Wawa.
Yeah, just
congratulations. Yeah. I know. Sorry, I had a long one last night. What are you gonna do?
Kojak's here.
Product placement. We'll see.
We should put that down because Wawa ain't giving us no money.
Inspector Clouseau's here.
Not after you told me to kill ourselves. We're not.
I did.
Looks like a Wawa to me.
I was like, damn, Tom, how you know? You been following him around? It's
like a Law and Order Special Victims. Where was the mellow yellow from?
Dun dun.
Wawa. Jesus Christ.
Let's reel it back in.
Dun, dun.
Reel it back.
What do you got, Puff?
Yeah, go ahead, Poe. We got freaking 9 or 11 minutes. Their sweeps, yes, the roll. So that's quick. That's all right.
That's all right. We're good.
Take your time.
Pove, we're good. You know how it goes. One of the questions will last 11 minutes. So it's fine.
All right, well, we'll start with the primer question, as always. With baseball right around the corner, we've been talking about it all show. Who is the best pitcher in Phillies history?
Steve Carlton.
Do love me some lefty.
Yeah, I don't know how you even go
Could be Robin Roberts. I
was going to say, I'm
going
to go Robin.
Could be Robin Roberts.
But
I'm going lefty.
Oh, I mean,
no,
just an absolute asshole. Fucking great player.
Something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
He's living underground waiting for the aliens to come or some shit. Who knows? But he was awesome.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
He barks at the moon, but I mean, fucking
Robert
Robbins was pretty
good.
He
Barks at the moon.
It's fucking unbelievable, man. Woo! But that's a good one.
I bark, yeah,
I'll go Robin
I might just correct my headset. I kept barking at the moon.
Underdogs, you're the dog.
Woo!
Somebody said Robert Person.
He did two homers one year. That's a great question.
Was that both sides?
The fact that his last name is Person.
Was it here one right and left too? No,
yeah. Dynamite dropping.
I had another one too. I fucking forgot another shitty fucking.
John Denny.
It's John Lieber, not Jeff. Sorry, SJM.
No Tug McGraw?
First off, I love the Tugger. Tugger wins for best quote ever. He was a Met at the time, which sucks because, fuck the Mets. But when they asked him, they said, what do you like better, grass or turf? And he said, I don't know. I never smoked turf. Great comment, Tugger. That's something I can stand behind. All right, Tugger? I like that. All right.
Now that's organic.
All right. I haven't smoked turf either. Grass, maybe. This morning. Not since this morning.
Oh, there goes Wawa.
We don't care. I don't want them anywhere. As soon as they stretched out of the Delaware Valley, they became shit anyway. Wawa. They stretched themselves too thin. Terrible. They're more of a corporation now. They're awful. I don't even go there. Fuck Wawa.
Next question.
Hit Royal Farms.
Well,
they have a better time.
Sadly, the Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea, wrapped up this morning with their closing ceremonies. What was the more improbable USA gold medal? The women's hockey team or the men's curling team?
More improbable was the men's curling. Yeah, it was more improbable because, dead last Olympics, second to last Olympics before. they didn't even want these guys to compete anymore. They wanted to go a different direction.
Yep.
These guys practice on their own and then won the U.S. spot and then fucking win the gold after being 2-4. Like, come on.
Great
That's awesome.
story, yeah.
They
Yeah.
dubbed
Tremendous
it.
story.
They dubbed it the Merrick curl on
Yeah,
ice.
absolutely.
Which is pretty funny.
It's awesome. I just can't. To me, it's just something that I
I
feel
see
like.
what you did
Yeah, and I know there's so much skill to it. I just feel like we can play it in Tom's driveway. So I mean, like I don't know.
We could.
You know,
Listen,
but it is. The story's amazing.
I'm-
the women's hockey was awesome.
Yeah,
Just
I'm going
absolute
women's
awesome.
The women's hockey game
Yeah.
was awesome.
Better
Better to
story.
watch. The
Curling,
more improbable
better
because the
story.
women.
Get the
I think
fuck out.
I think Canada has
Can we
beat
get the
the
fuck out of
women.
here? Can we get the fuck out of here? Can we stop? Like the curling, it's improbable, great, improbable. What would you fucking do? All right, really, we can play it in a fucking driveway. Like put a little, you can't skate. You can't skate in a fucking driveway. Like you ain't that good. That's more improbable. Okay, you beat Canada. Canada owned their ass forever. You beat them. More improbable. Next question.
So you're saying the hockey was more
Yes,
exciting?
that's what I'm saying. Because I make calls here. Next one.
There you go.
We don't fucking curling ain't on the
He's
fucking
on
list.
po-
of curling
he's
here.
a- he's a female
Get
sports
it,
fan.
Get it, sweeps. Get it, sweeps.
Yo, he would be perfect. His name is Sweeps. I mean, how is he not? We can start our own curling.
Sweep it. Sweep it.
We should
Well, the
start our
yelling-
own curling.
The
team.
yelling is
Hard.
As soon as the stone goes, it's just all kinds of yelling. It's just like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, I gotta turn the volume down. This guy's like, like what the fuck? That's not gonna do anything. It's on ice. And I can't believe they don't fall. I mean, the guy. I swear, I'm
Dude,
like, this guy's
there's
gonna
something
beat him.
on their shoes because it's like they're riding a skateboard. The one foot just stays planted, the other one just kicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? There's
Little
something on the
heelys.
shoe.
Ice heelys.
I see always.
It's like tap shoes.
Curlgate.
Well, actually, I think a South Korean athlete fell on the ice during the curling. Yeah.
They would.
Surprising. He
Yeah.
probably got killed by Wu Fat.
Well, the women's
slant.
played for gold, which was pretty monumental for
Hey,
South
can you
Korea.
mind stop by? Saw you slip over there.
Kung Jim wants to see you.
You want to stop it in?
Don't pack a bag. 'Cause
One-way ticket.
It's like the guy. It's like the guy in Hard Knocks. He's like, bring your playbook. Don't pack a bag. Don't pack a bag. Just come.
drop your house keys right over there.
Whatever clothes you're wearing, just wear them.
If you don't want to wear any, that's fine too.
Like it.
We're just gonna need you here.
Sorry.
You're fine. You think that was gonna be full? We're 2 hours in.
There's just there's like 6
We
guys.
can go 6
There's
hours.
Just,
I
there's
don't
just
care.
like fucking.
I'm accepting the
I
knowledge.
can
There's
talk
10
all
guys.
day.
There's 10 guys in there just moving side to side. Next. Big fucking guys playing
just-
fucking duck hunt. Duck hunt on the fucking Wildwood boardwalk. Doing, doing.
Everybody who didn't medal. Everybody who didn't medal. Gonna need to see it. We got 4 years to replenish. We got 4 years to replenish the system. We're gonna need everybody who didn't medal here ASAP.
Fucking Rodman's right next to him going. How about this guy, Dennis?
He's got shades on. Dennis got shades on. It's like,
How about okay? Yeah, go with it. Fuck it.
I can't.
He looks good in the dress. Down with him. Down. All right, Rob. Next. Or
Let's move back to the States, boys. If Jimmy Butler is out.
Why?
Yeah, right.
do we have to?
Yeah, right.
Feels so good overseas.
feels
When
so,
it touches
feels
your
so
lips.
good when he jokes.
When it touches your lips, it feels so good.
Feels so good when he jokes.
I love when he jokes.
Feels so good. Feels so good when he jokes.
Name a show better than this fucking shit.
We're off the rails.
We'll wait.
We're officially off the rails.
We'll wait.
The train is traveling off the rails.
You
That's
can't
what
get
I
this
do.
on FM. You can't. You
Can't
can't.
get it.
It's not legal.
Yeah, fuck them.
It's too much corporate. Tom is corporate. He's corporate.
Yeah, you
He's
won't
starting
call
to
me corporate. That's the problem.
He's starting to get a little corporate. I don't know.
Get the
That's
fuck out of
what I
here.
mean. He's the boss.
I'm wearing fucking slippers. Ain't no corporate here.
Hashtag slipper talk.
Took his robe off an hour ago.
In studio.
He came down like Will Ferrell.
Half
I
reincarnated.
did that after Carson got hurt on Birds
Who
of
the
a Feather.
fuck are you?
On Birds of a Feather, I did that. I sat on the first 20 minutes of the show with a robe on, and I had the folds underneath, and was like, "Let's go."
Well, why didn't you say something, brother? Come and bring it in. Bring it in.
Is there a breeze
You
in
want
there?
some meatloaf?
Mom!
Mom, the meatloaf. Fuck! I never know what she's doing back there. I never know what she's doing back there.
Fucking
Funerals.
funerals.
They're a natural aphrodisiac.
Yeah, my God.
You never go?
It's like
you're coming wet.
It's like fishing with dynamite. The women are so horny, it's not fair. It's like fishing with dynamite.
The fucking widow was the first one up. He goes,
I still mix a wedding in every once in a while. She comes down and it's like, oh yeah, baby, do you? Oh, okay. Everything was spinning, but you coming down, you're talking to your mom, but you still got it. You still got it. Where'd you meet her? I met her yesterday at a funeral. Met her at a funeral.
I didn't know what I was walking into.
Her boyfriend died in a hang gliding accident. Hey, honey, look at me. Take the I'm dead. What an idiot. What an idiot.
He was on the edge of his seat. What an idiot.
I can't.
I know a lot of movies. Sorry. What are you going to do?
Love it.
Guy knows people.
People help people. People help people.
Feels so good.
Feels so good. Feels so good when he jokes. Did you remember? Huh? They both for speed and for comfort.
It's easy for
you
you to say.
Son of a bitch, you'll
You
steal
were
you.
getting jacked off under the table.
Try getting jacked off on the table in front of the whole family. Have some real problems. Huh? Team player. I'm going to go ice my balls. Let me in the trenches taking grenades, John.
All right, Pope.
Is there questions?
Let's
We
just
can
do
ride
movie
off on the
quotes the rest of the show. Movie quotes. All right. If
Crab cakes in football. That's what Maryland does. We call it a sack lunch.
If Jimmy Butler is out long term with a right knee injury suffered versus the Rockets on Friday night, whose usage will get the largest bump at shooting guard, Andrew Wiggins or Jamal Crawford?
Probably more Crawford. I mean, Wiggins gets his minutes anyway, so to me, Crawford would probably get more than he usually gets.
Jamal Buckets.
Yeah.
That's what we call him.
He's
Instant
just a great
offense.
six man. You know, he just really fills that role great. So you
might want to
hate
keep him
to
as a
move him
six
out of
man,
it, but you hate to move him out of it. But I hear you. I mean, Wiggins is playing anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, Wiggins' minutes will go up a little bit, yeah, but, that's what
Crawford, even if he was six man, he's going to play more than the stiff that you're starting at Jimmy Butler's spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just Jimmy, that's what you get for.
That's Greg off mics, just answering questions. Look at him.
That's how I roll.
Just bass, a lot of bass in that voice. He's a fucking mic.
They're in a good spot in the West right now, so they can deal with the injury for a little bit. That's a good basketball team over there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay, too.
Yeah,
It's
Tibbs is fantastic.
James Wilder says, #real problems.
Truth.
That's a good one.
Jeremy says, love wedding crashes.
SJM86 says, the train doesn't always go off the rails, but when it does, just buckle your seatbelt and tuck your head between your legs.
And while you're down there, if you can.
Nice.
Enjoy yourself.
What is it?
Soak it in.
Oh, God.
Next one, Robbie.
Yeah. Getting back to baseball, you talked about Jake Arrieta a little bit earlier, but what jersey will he wear in 2018 along with other free agent prize Carlos Gonzalez?
Well, with Arrieta, right now, it just seems like the Phillies. I mean, they're the only ones that's been reported to put a deal on the table for him. Now, I know that can set the bar, and other teams can decide from there. But 3 years, I don't think he's going to get more than 3. Maybe a team comes in for 4. I just don't.
Tough, dude. He's thrown too many innings.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
see really
it.
tough. I know he wants 5. You ain't getting 5.
I just don't see it. I think he takes this deal. I think Arrieta's in Philly in a Phillies jersey. And who was the other name?
Carlos
Cargo.
Gonzalez.
Cargo. He's just too old, man.
Yeah, he lost
Starting to
quick,
struggle.
man.
Yeah.
It went quick too.
Yeah.
It was like overnight, where the guy was one of the best hitters in
32,
baseball and
33.
couldn't hit anymore.
Yeah.
I
Starting
think
to
he's only
struggle.
30.
30.
He's
I
young.
thought he was
Yeah,
30.
no, he's young.
He's not that old.
He's
actually.
young,
Check
Sweeps.
him out.
I mean, for baseball, he should still be in his prime.
If you can't hit Colorado, you can't hit.
No, nobody's signing that up.
No, what's crazy is okay, so last year he had a really bad year. The year before,
He raked.
He was terrible for like 2 months, and then he raked. Yeah. And everyone thought, oh, maybe that's happening again this year, but he just never raked. It never happened.
turned it on. Yeah,
Never happened.
Never turned it on.
So, I mean, you know what, though? Cargo is
There's
not a
like
bad
45
signing
kids
for
at home,
somebody.
so.
I mean, obviously, we're not going to sign him. But if you're like a team that could use a little pop and hope maybe he discovers it again, like
He's 32.
yeah. Okay, 32.
Come on.
Come on, fucking old guy.
I thought he was younger too. Though. I thought he was younger too.
Pass the fucking meatballs, would you? Hey.
But still, I mean, still 32. He shouldn't go that quick.
No.
Right.
He's 32. He's not 35. He's still.
yeah.
I mean, in Colorado and
27 to 32 is your prime in baseball.
Yeah,
Come on.
And even nowadays, you can hit the 34, 35 and still be a good hitter. Like a guy like him, you didn't expect to fall for 32.
He was cruising along and just hit a fucking pothole, man. He was fucking amazing.
They're all over the place. You gotta watch them.
Gina
They're fucking everywhere.
Gina Rambo's saying it's all the more better when it goes off the rails, fellas, definitely. She's like, I'm on the road and people are driving like morons. Isn't bothering me.
Nice.
Next one, Robbie.
Yeah, well, it's the last one, and little new one here. We've been doing a campaign on Facebook for Agree to Disagree, so I'm going to throw out a statement to you guys. You let me know if you agree or disagree. With Manfred so concerned with the pace of play by limiting catcher mound visits to 6 per game, MLB should institute electronic communication between pitcher, catcher, and manager. Agree or disagree?
Disagree. Anything that gets away from, anything electronic, robotic, you're going to find a way to fucking cheat. So there'll be somebody, first of all, I hate it anyway. So
somebody will
knock the hell
wiretap
off.
it. Somebody will be wiretapping like
yeah.
the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays will be wiretapping pitches. That's coming.
Something will happen, yeah. So it's just, I got no time for it. You know what I mean? Just keep it old school. Keep the glove up. Let's go. You know what I mean?
I like the old school. Shit.
Me too. That's baseball, right?
I just don't like the changing of. I'm okay with the
I'm okay with
visits,
limiting
whatever.
mound visits. That's
Other-
fine.
but
I'm okay
I don't
with
want to
that.
go any farther. Don't ruin the game, okay?
And I like
Keep the integrity.
I like the fact that now that I'm back on mic, hey. Some of the catchers already come out and be like, I'll pay the fine if I need to. Like, if I need to work with my pitcher and it's already been 6
but it
minutes.
might be an ejection.
I'll pay, yeah. I mean,
I hear you.
Yeah,
money. They don't
I think
give a shit about.
they call that
injection.
they call that the Yachty rule.
Like on the
Because
way
Yachty
out there,
goes out twice a fucking inning.
It's just
over
like
there.
in Major League, he's like, you throw that ball to third, and I'll fucking run you out of here. So as soon as the guy goes out, he's like, Rube, get back here.
I hear you guys. I disagree. I don't. I like the thought process. You know what I mean? Like with quarterbacks and head coaches, and they do it that way, and with. Hey,
look at this. How about that?
Sorry.
And on the other, like the hockey sidelines, the guys in the booth, hey, challenges play, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't like it.
And they have the challenge in
people,
already.
Listen,
and
the people that don't like it aren't going to like it anyway. So
Right.
you can do whatever you want. It's just not for them. It is what it is. So it's still going to take.
And people that think
2.5
baseball's
hours,
boring bother me anyway.
Yeah.
You just don't know the game. You never played the game. You don't know the game. It's not boring. There's something that every position has something to do with every pitch.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying like sitting through a 4-inning game at times like you're not going to switch off for a little bit and come back, but there's nothing boring about it.
I love
you know how to watch baseball.
I love baseball.
Yeah, but know how to watch baseball.
You gotta love it though.
Know how to watch it too. Know how to watch it.
The strategy that goes into it, it's awesome.
That's what you think about. Like that's why I don't want the thought out. I don't want a guy walking and talk to his catcher walk and talk to his pitcher out of the game. Like that's all part of the game.
Yeah.
You can limit some of it, and that's fine. And
to
speed it up, sure. I'm okay with speeding. If they want to speed some things up, but keeping the real
guys can't walk out of the box. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, like whatever. Yeah.
Well, like what happened with instant replay? If it's not conclusive, stay with the call. So then why are we replaying things 5, 6, 7 minutes? Obviously, it's not conclusive. If you can't see it on one play or a couple different angles, then it's not conclusive. Stay with the call. Should not take you more than a minute.
It should never
take you more than a minute.
First off, you're preaching to the choir. I hate that. I hate the fucking replay. I hate the replay. I hate the slide rule, the Utley rule, whatever we call it. I hate all that shit. That's part of the game.
I don't know how
you don't want to get taken the fuck out, then get rid of the ball and get out of it.
I don't know how you were brought up, but I was brought up, man. When I'm going in the second,
you go hard.
I'm going hard.
You go real hard.
And I'm trying to break up that double play. I'm trying to take you the fuck out. And not hurt you, but
that's my job.
I'm going in cleats up, Daddy.
Guess what? If I hurt you, I hurt you. Whatever, get out of the way.
Get out of the way. Make a quicker throw.
Same thing.
Because Daddy's coming hot.
Yeah. Same thing with the catchers. I mean, it's just.
I love that.
I mean, come on. That's you can get hurt too. So if you're going to blow the guy up, you have just a chance to get hurt as well. Shoulder-wise or whatever.
Exactly. Oh, now you can't run over a catcher.
Now you get
the fuck out of here.
Now you're getting hurt.
Slider fear.
Yeah.
No, like if you want to run somebody over, run his ass over. He's got tons of gear on.
Yeah.
If he's in the way.
Yeah.
Don't stay on the track when the train's coming through.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
And I don't tend to slide.
I mean, it's tough to get there. If you're not doing a hook slide, it's hard to get there if you're not hook sliding because he's allowed to block the play as long as he has the ball. And you drive his shin guard down, and you're going in hand first. You're going to break your hand or your wrist. So it's hard to hook slide, man. So you have to you should always have that option.
I don't like the head first slide into him.
You know?
Yeah,
you should never do it.
Terrible.
So James Waters says real ball. #real ball. Chris Estray says, but fellas, Flyers are one game out of first place. No love now. I just got up just tuning in. No Flyer love. Are we going to make a long run? We talked about it, Chris.
We talked a little Flyers.
We talked Flyers about a half hour ago. We got into them. Yeah, they are.
We're hoping for a long run, yeah.
We're expecting a long run here. So we
playing great puck.
You can go back and listen to it, Chris. We thought Flyers for a good 10. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're not leaving nobody out here. City of winners. City of goddamn fucking winners. But we're going to leave you guys now and get out of here. We love you all.
We could talk for more hours if we wanted, but
we love you all. Thanks for tuning in, chiming in.
Appreciate it.
Listen, a lot of fun stuff. Sixers go at 8 o'clock
Family
tonight.
talk, crack talk.
Phil's playing Yanks. So MLB season right around the corner, boys. 31 days, opening day.
If you need a recap of the show, just stay out of Camden.
Crack talk.
Don't be sorry, Chris. Don't be sorry, brother. Don't be sorry.
No apologies. We don't accept apologies around here.
Nope.
No apologies.
Dust yourself off. You're good.
Thank Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public account. Make him yours. GibsonMayer.com. ScanzanoSports.com. BMWAtlanticCity.com. And Stream Smart Vinny. SS Vinny. Find him online. Find his page. Stream Smart. All the games. For free. You know how it works. Tom Arnone. Nick Del Gozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Wakovic, Rob Povey on the 1s and 2s. You all out there. Hinky.
Family talk. Hinky.
8 in a row, baby. We out.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.